Wait, let's go back and let's make sure my controls are correct. Oh, my bad. I mean, turn the Kappa. Alright.
People. I'm not fond.
Welcome back, Brewster. We got the welcome back booster. Oh, cool. It kept our settings. Oh, thank God. Last time on the PTR, it messed around with all the settings. And it really sucked because we had to essentially redo all the settings, which is obviously no fun. Alright, let's get to playing. The music's really good for this. Alright, give me a sec. We're gonna update the Season 8 early, yes. I'm really excited to play this, man. I'm trying to think if I want to make Barb first, because usually I'm always about Rogue, but I really think Barb is the lock-in right now. It's for sure not Druid. That's I'll tell you that's for sure. The reason why is I think the new Druid thing sucks. To keep it real, I think the strongest class actually might just be Barb, but I actually really want to make Sorc as our second class. So just know that Sorc, their new unique is all about the ice shot. I kind of want to try it though. The new shotgun. Dang, I'm really tempted to roll Sorc because it's been in a rough spot for actually quite an amount of seasons. I love RPG games. I do, Zachrom. I play literally all of them. Like, it's one of my favorite genres. That and shooters. RPGs and shooters are my top two. I like isometric, like where I get to zoom out versus third person. I feel like it. I actually would really like to see a first person action RPG game, like where like the itemization's like Diablo. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. And we've got to make sure that this is set up. Oh, good. We're gonna set this up, and then we'll be ready to go in like 10 seconds. I'm gonna make a brand new character. Let's make a new character and get started, man. I'm really thinking about Barb, but I really want to try the new Sorc. The new Sorc thing that's really good is specifically... I mean, Sorc is actually pretty fast for leveling too, but I think Barb... Well, I'm thinking about getting to T4. Sorc is actually not bad. Incinerate actually does pretty good damage. Fireball is also, like, really good. That Fireball enchant is pretty hard to beat. Actually, I'm going to go with Sorc, because I actually really want to make that new build. 2 is the best face, right? You know what? 1 or 2. I'm going to go with 1 this time, since I always do 2. Obviously, red hair is the best. Horsetail is the best. Facial hair. This is eyebrows. What's the best eyebrow? 3? Yeah, I think 3's got to be the best eyebrow. 3 or 4 is not too bad. Alright. I'm going to do no markings. No markings. What's the, what is it, 13? I'm down with 13. 13's good. Wish you could make it like, you can change the color on it, but it's not available. You have unlocked the ability to skip the campaign. I don't think. Thank you. Alright. So you're going to do Rabies Shred. Destiny's is the closest. You think so? You know, there's a game called Dark Messiah Might and Magic. It's a little bit older, but dude, that game is actually really good. All right. So let's lock it in. We just made a brand new character. We're going to go ahead and start off. Remember, they said the game was going to be a lot harder. Let's go ahead and see how much harder the game actually is going to be. We'll start off on the normal difficulty, and then we'll start moving it up if we feel like it's not hard enough. Usually, though, to be honest, it's going to be much better to start off earlier on. So what we're going to be doing is testing out. Obviously, we're going to be playing the Sorc over here. We're going to lock it in Arc Lash because I really like it. For leveling, and it's specifically because I like the Fireball enchant plus the Arc Lash. Like, it's just so dang good. So we get 10x increased damage to burning enemies, or we can go ahead and have extra crit. But when a non-boss enemy takes this damage while below 25%, they're instantly killed. Cool. Anyways, we can also lock in with teleport in the earlier stages, and I feel like in the earlier stages, honestly, mana is such a pain point. So I like to have a little bit more mana. It'll give us like maybe 1 more cast here. But we can mess around with this. There's also this that can actually give us extra mana. Or was it? It's this. The ice armor can actually help out a bit too. But we're going to go ahead and start moving our skills around. I'm pretty much just going to be using Arc Lash. And then once we get level 15, we will unlock our stuff. So for starters, we are on Season 8, so where are we going to level? To be honest, I don't know what the best leveling method is for Season 8, but I'm going to assume that going to Helltides is going to be decent, because usually it is good. But, first things first, actually, before we actually move out, to get the biggest advantage possible, because I guess ties into like the leveling experience, because I'm just going to record and just see how the leveling experience goes. We need to go ahead and do a couple things at the very beginning. So the first things that you actually want to do is you actually want to go into your wardrobe and make sure you equip a pet, because it's going to pick up all of the little things on the ground. We can also technically change the cosmetics so our character doesn't look like they are homeless over here, because I feel like the starter gear usually in ARPGs looks like that. So what we're going to do is actually get some mercenaries. So the mercenaries that I like are Subo and Varyana. So as far as this goes, we're just going to go on the left side of the tree here. And then for the reinforcement, we want the one that actually gives us the extra attack speed. Those are like the 2 recommendations that I have. And then after we have our mercenary, we have our pet. The next thing we're just going to do is just go venture out, and we'll see how difficult the game is. Remember, they said that they're making the game a lot harder, so we'll see how much harder it makes the game. So we're going to have to level up to 15 ASAP, because at level 15 we get our first enchant, which is going to be Fireball, and it's going to be great. We're going to pick up all of the stuff on the floor for all of the...
What is this?
crafting material. We'll see how the leveling process is. But as far as like the game being harder in general too, I'm not sure when that actually starts. I know they said specifically on Torment, they mentioned like it's going to go to like 70 instead of like 65 as far as difficulty goes. Okay, we maybe have an upgrade here. Yeah, +1 damage, yeah. So as far as the difficulty goes, is it worth going up in difficulty? I think we could go up in difficulty. But remember, we still have to kill things fast enough to make it worth it. Honestly, it's probably still easier if I'm one-shotting all of these, though. And we can see the difference in XP, potentially. So we'll level up to 5 here, and then we're going to go pump it up, and we're going to see if it's worth it. We actually use Fireball. We were actually using Arc Lash. So the reason why I like Fireball for leveling isn't necessarily Fireball itself, but it's like the enchant. Chain Lightning is also a really great skill to use earlier on. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to mess around with Chain Lightning. We're going to obviously have no aspects over here, but we can mess around with Chain Lightning. I think that Chain Lightning might be one of the better ones to level up with. Let's go with Chain Lightning for now, and then we can change it up later if we need to. Actually, we're taking quite a bit of amount of damage right now. Let's see how Chain Lightning is kind of doing here. But yeah, once we get that Fireball enchant, it makes things so much easier. Is it worth playing Season 8? Yo, I just started, man. Borderlands also. Oh, yeah, for action RPGs that are first person. We were talking about Dark Messiah, Might and Magic. That is, I think, one of the best, like, first person sort of action RPGs. I mean, it has a skill tree. It's quite small, but that game was, I would say, overshadowed by Skyrim at the time. Like, that game definitely deserves a sequel, but I don't think it'll ever get it. But yeah, we're just going to go and see how the leveling experience is. And we'll also, I guess, pop one of the Helltide, like, chests. And then we can bump up the difficulty and see if it's worth it. But as far as the game being more difficult, I don't really honestly notice a big difference. They said leveling is going to be a lot slower. And we'll see how true that is. Let's see. Now, as far as these goes, how many these do, okay, we need 2. Okay. So remember they changed it for the lower difficulties. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up one chest. Ideally, if we can find, I think in these ones, these are all just random, right? That's how it works with the lower difficulty ones, and then we get to choose the other ones later. How's the PTR? We just hopped on, man. Just hopped on the PTR, so I couldn't tell you if it's worth it or not. So I think everything is 75, right? That's how it works. But yeah, I want to see these new powers. Do we just get the powers, or do we have to talk to... You know, we might have to talk to some sort of NPC to start that quest. Which, okay. So now that we've gotten some blue items... let's see, what is our attack power? 23? Okay, now we're at 24. We went up 1. Alright, so... Let's see if we can get the seasonal quest line started, since we are on season right now. Alright, so where would it be? Is this it? Priority quest, rune crafting. Okay, these are all like, where's like the seasonal quest? Apparition. Okay, so there is something that is appearing. Look over here on the top left. 2 minutes. There's going to be, where does it actually appear though? Legion event, apparition. What are these? Oh, right here. So we're going to go and go straight over there. Let's go see. This is already the new content, guys. And I don't know if there's a seasonal quest line. Like, you know, in Season 7, we had that, like, progress where we get to... Well, that was interesting. The game already crashing. So let's go lock back in. And then we could also throw some audio in the background. I feel like the game's too quiet. What video game soundtrack should we listen to? I'm just gonna listen to this. This has a bunch of just games from like PS2 and stuff. Otherwise, the game would be too quiet for me personally. Character, we are playing the Sorc, the new Sorc. There's no questline. Thank you for letting me know, Rodrigo. I appreciate it, man. So yeah, we just... It seems like blues and rares are not dropping with extra affixes. Ah, thank you for letting me know as well, man. I didn't know that. Day 1 PTR. I mean, it's a PTR. It's supposed to have these bugs. I'm very generous with these. Like, I'm not gonna be upset. What's up, Wild? How you doing, man? All right, so we're back in now. I loaded up some music. I felt the game was a little bit too silent. Hopefully that thing hasn't started. Okay, cool. We're still in the money here. We got some. This is from, I think it's either Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic Adventure 2. So I just felt like the game was a little bit too quiet. Like Diablo 4's music's not necessarily bad. It's just that like most of the music is kind of like sad music, and so I usually end up like throwing some other video game soundtrack in the background. But yeah, this is the new stuff, guys. It's gonna happen in 20 seconds. Is this a new boss? What is this? A slicer? And then we could up the difficulty. But I'll be honest. I think the difficulty is quite challenging enough already. But it's probably because we don't have any of those vampiric powers or those witchcraft powers. So this is the new thing over here. All right, we have some extra skill points. We can make it so core skills do a little bit more damage. We can go pick up this over here. Oh.
Your efforts are for
Ooh.
naught.
Oh, is that it? Oh. Let's see. Oh, that's the new boss, guys. This is the new boss. This is Belial. I don't know if we got really lucky and we just spawned him in the first time, but this is Belial. He's supposed to be the new mega boss. Now this is like his small version. The big version is like the end game one. Okay. The illusion weakens. Okay. So what are we supposed to do? Just kill monsters? Level 6. As soon as we get 15, man, this game will start to blast. Okay, so as far as it goes, we did get a new power. All right. That was fast. You've acquired the ability to seal boss powers. Equip your boss powers in the boss inventory. New bosses are required for the first time to kill targeted bosses. Each boss... Okay, got it. I like how the picture's missing here. 3 boss powers, got it. Spectral Ash. Okay, so to get the powers, you just play in the... You just do these things. Got it. So we want to consistently do these. Oh, there's more. Wait, is he still right here? All right, let's check out the new boss power. Whatever it is, we're just going to equip it. When an enemy applies a damage over time effect to you, you get to do damage to them. So this one, when you take damage, oh, these are all damage over time ones. Oh, well, I might as well throw in this one in the main since it's going to be more powerful. Let's grab these boots. Let's just keep on going. Looks like there's another apparition happening. So we're just going to go keep on doing these apparitions, I guess. How do you download the PTR? That's a great question. I'll go ahead and include it. Let me just walk over here so I can start the thing. So to do the PTR, what you do is you go into your battle.net. Normally when it says like Diablo 4, you hit play, you click public test realm. You'll have to install it though. It may take some time. It's a pretty big file. It's basically like downloading Diablo all over again. It's a kind of a separate client. And in the very beginning, you can copy over your characters. I recommend doing that, but I mean, if you want to play Season 8, you can't use your character for Season. But what you're able to do with that is you can test out to see if your build got like Omega nerf from last season. Or we've got a new power already. What's this new power? Damaging a vulnerable enemy removes the vulnerable and it stuns them. Okay, cool. Let's run that one. We're just going to equip all of the powers right now. So when an enemy hits us with the damage over time, we do some like sort of like reflect.
Is at an end.
I like how we can just stand here over here on this one. So as far as this being like challenging content, yeah, I'm pretty much face tanking. Let's just face tank everything and let's just see. Oh, okay, it does damage. And I think that that's good. Like I actually want Diablo 4 to be a little bit more challenging. I'm not saying I want it on the same level as PoE, even though like I've done everything. I've done Arbiter on all 4 tiers, the hardest difficulty. Like, I have all that completed. And I think that, for a lot of people, it's definitely challenging. But Diablo 4 has gotten to the point where it's, like, too easy. So I think the challenge is a good thing. But we'll have to wait and see how powerful can we get. Oh, we actually already got a rune. And we got, like, a chest to open up. Okay. But, like, nothing crazy. No, like, big legendaries now. And I don't really expect to get anything crazy yet. But slowly we will eventually get some stuff. This is more damage, but that's +2 max from life. That doesn't really matter. Alright. But we do have some extra skill points. Is there another one of these? Okay, apparition starting in 45 seconds. Wow, so these are constantly happening. Where is this one, though? Oh, it's right here. I'm assuming... Okay, here's how I'm going to be playing this, by the way, guys. Because I want to engage with the new season mechanic to see if it's good for leveling. Or not. Oh, yeah, it is not available on console, just to let you know. You cannot play the PTR on console. And we'll check out I'll show you guys the battle pass and everything, if that's available. Thanks for reminding me. I just got to get to this, because we got 45 seconds. And, I kind of like this, in a sense, where it's like, oh, there's always something going on. It's not like, you know, Helltide. It goes on, then there's like there's a small downtime, but I think the goal of this is to basically rush over and do all of these. And we'll also up the difficulty in a moment, yeah. I don't know if I swap difficulties, if it'll get rid of this, and I don't know if these are like rare, or I don't know if it goes on 24/7. Oh, we have an eye. Oh.
Not mortals. This realm is mine, and I shape it as I wish.
Now, I don't remember Belial's voice actor. He sounds different though, right? And then we have, oh, we could also check out the season journey. Yes, I'll show you everything. Can you do the season 8 events or campaign? You can do the campaign. Yeah, I opted to skip the campaign because I want to show you guys the endgame content. And also, most of the time, it is better to do the endgame for leveling, because this is what we're here for. Oh, wait. Slay apparition to disrupt it. Okay. So, we're basically just going to be killing enemies. Let's go grab the shrine. If we get one of those goblin shrines, we just get some random unique. Because the first unique that we get, or the first, you know, aspect that we get, we're going to make a build all around it. But unless it's incinerate. I don't like that skill. I'm not a fan of channeling skills when it comes to action RPGs. I feel like they're way too slow. I want to go fast. But now that we have this channeling shrine, we can just spam the chain lightning. Feels good. We're going to go trigger all these traps right now. So this way people don't get hit by them. Alright, so this is... Do we get anything special from them? Oh, so each one of these guys also drops a power. So yeah, we just got to probably find a good power. Do they have any upgrades here? A lot of times we were just going to be constantly just upgrading. +1... It's small, but it'll all add up, man. What character do I recommend for PTR? You know, honestly, on paper, I think Barbarian might be one of the best classes. And the reason why is they nerfed all of the ultimates. Barbarian didn't really need the ultimate. So my assumption is Barbarian will be probably pretty good. But these new powers could prove to be pretty strong as well. I'm playing Sorc because, 1, I like the leveling with Sorc. 2, I actually really enjoy the ice shards, even though I'll be honest, I don't see much potential in it, but I'm gonna still play it anyways because this way I can give Blizzard feedback and let them know that they need to buff it. But I want to say that they probably should buff it anyways because I'm a little bit biased towards that skill because it's never been really good, and I'm glad that they're like making a kind of a build around it. It basically does a little shotgun. And I'm kind of glad that you don't have to play the fire bolt enchant on everything now. Because it's something that you had to do before. But as far as like these bosses go, looks like they're kind of monsters that exist before, and they added eyes. I think that's a VOH monster, like a rhino. Oh, we got his power too. Cool. Yeah, I want to equip all these powers. I like that. So in terms of like how it feels right now, guys, we already have a bunch of powers to play around with. Although, let's see, dealing direct damage to distant enemies slows them. Oh wait, hold on. This one's our major power. Okay, we'll have to kill this thing first, and then we'll read it. Even though I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy. But what we need to do is we need a skill that applies vulnerability consistently. You know what would be a good class, since you were asking about like good class? The Spiritborn that is really strong because it auto applies vulnerability on every single attack, right? On Quill. So that would be a really good one with one of the things that removes vulnerability, but it, like applies like a big damage. So we're already level 8 in like 20 minutes, but nothing too crazy. Remember, they're nerfing the loot too, and I can definitely tell you. I mean, I don't remember the very early game, but man, it was spitting out loot like crazy. I want that. I want the ones with movement speed. Do we still have those boots with movement speed? Oh, there we go. I don't care if it's less stats on it. All right, so it looks like this one ended, and then now there's another one, and we got to find it. So it almost feels like I'm just constantly moving around the map, which that could be a good thing or a bad thing. The way I see it is, it's fine, but I think people really don't like teleporting, because you're going through multiple load screens, then you got to mount up, then you got to move, right? But let me just take a brief moment. I know this one's spawning in pretty soon. You know what? We'll just go over there. Let's see if we're going to do this, and let's see how effective this is. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to the location over there, and then I'm going to actually check out my skills, because I want to be able to check out my skills, but I also don't want to miss out on free boss powers, because this is open world content. I think what this is going to lead to is potentially some people leeching, and the leeching isn't really that bad in D4. In D3, you know how people would queue up for bounties and they would just go AFK? Now, it's pretty annoying, right? But in this, it doesn't really hurt anyone, because it's like, it's just open world, right? It's the way I kind of look at it. Because the game doesn't, as far as I'm aware of, the game does not scale based on the amount of players that exist, if it's open world content. And there's a lot of these ores over here. But yeah, Spiritborn would actually be a pretty good one because of that vulnerable one. But I haven't seen all of the powers in terms of like how they kind of play. Like, they did post a blog with all the effects, but like, I'll be honest, you could read an effect in, you know, any action RPG and you're like, wow, this sounds super OP. You use it and like the radius or the way that the interaction is like just bad. So then you're like, okay, I don't really want it. Okay, so now that we're like in this location, right? We're gonna go kill some enemies here. Okay, there's already someone else over here as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our powers. All right, so this one, we gain vulnerable. Okay, damaging a vulnerable enemy removes it and stuns them. This stun applies more stagger. Okay, so it's just stagger. Okay, this is not really that great then. I just want something that gives us a numerical flat number. Slows them. Okay, this is good. So I just deal extra damage. Okay, this is the damage over time one, and this is the rhino one. Damaging a crowd-controlled enemy makes them and surrounding enemies unstoppable. You gain increased attack speed. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. Can we swap it like that? Okay, cool. So now we have the ability to, when we damage a crowd control, it's going to make them unstoppable, but we get 10x damage. Okay, so we want to apply some sort of crowd control to an enemy. We can apply one with this because that applies chill, but we can also use the enchant. That one actually will be super easy to apply. Okay, but we have probably a lot more skill points. We can also get this like increased damage. There's also glass cannon, although I don't know if I want to take more damage now, but I think it's just required if you play Sorc. You have to invest into that one, man. It's too good of a multiplier. Plus they buffed it recently. What's this one? Lethal? Okay. So now we're going to go up and go kill these monsters. So it looks like there's a lot of moving around. It feels like, you know, Crazy Taxi for the Sega Dreamcast, where it's like you're constantly just moving. There's no real pauses or breaks with this system. Even though we kind of came late to the party over here, we still get full credit. I know in like Guild Wars 2, they give you like participation points. So like if you don't do, I don't know why can't I hit this? Oh, okay. It wasn't letting me activate my ice armor. Okay. Now we got to go down here and fight them. So it looks like we're constantly needing to chase this this boss over here. I wonder why we can't. You literally just can't push. Like, I'm pushing R, it doesn't reg unless I click it. I don't know, though. It could be a bug. I don't know what's going on with that skill. I'll move it over. Alright. So Belial will emerge soon. We got another 10 seconds. Do I ever play Forza, like the racing game? Nah, I'm not really into racing games. The only racing game that I really liked was like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit and then Burnout. It's like Xbox 360. If you killed World Boss, you get their powers. Ooh, thank you for letting me know the World Boss. Thank you. Yeah, we'll do the World Boss right after. You get the World Boss powers. Thank you so much for letting me know. I would have completely forgot about that. We'll see what the new World Boss powers are, because I want to unlock one of the like big powers. This is going to be exciting, man. Do I still play the first Ascendant? I haven't played that game in a while. The thing that I didn't really like with the game is, like, if there was a new character that got released, right? Just like if Diablo got a new class, oh man, I'd be super excited. But then, like, you either have to buy the character, which, you know, I get. But then you have to, like, buy all of, like, the, what's it called, catalysts and stuff. It just took a really, 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 really long time to farm unless you spent money on the game. That's how I felt. And the thing that with farming is it wasn't just, like, you would have like a number to grind in terms of like the parts required. It was like you have a I don't know, a very low percent chance to drop this thing, and then it would drive me crazy to farm the same thing for several hours. Like I forgot what the mod I was using before. It was something like MP conversion or something. It was like a 2% or 5% drop rate, and I farmed the same level for like 5 hours to get the drop. It was not what I considered fun content. Okay, looks like the game crashed on me again. Alright. Well, let's go reopen it. Lovely Kappa. It's on my desktop. Is there anything bad? Okay. And what I mean by bad is like screenshots of like games that are in beta. Alright, we'll load up the game. How's PTR feeling? It's crashing every... We've had 2 crashes in 20 minutes, man. 2 crash in 20 minutes. There's always something bad. Well, on my desktop, what was bad? No, because I play a lot of video games that aren't out, and sometimes like I do like work for companies, and like it's like testing a game, and we're not supposed to share it. And like if I get a file to screenshot to send them, right? Because I'm like, okay, there's a bug over here, because that's what pretty much they want you to do. Send them all the bugs. If I take a screenshot, sometimes it's on my desktop, and I'm like, oh, oof. But I mean, obviously, the desktop wasn't supposed to show, because I didn't expect the game to crash. Okay, we're logged back in. Let's go. World boss, world boss, world boss. Okay, go, 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 go. How much time do we have for the world boss? Come on. There we go.
Formidable.
Get to it, and hopefully, we will get some awesome ability. Oh my gosh. Oh my. The gate took like 3 hours to open up. Come on. Okay, that one was fine. Speed runs right now. Do we still have time for the world boss? Oh, it begins in 0 seconds. I'm going as fast as I possibly can. You used to get like a bonus depending on how far away your mouse was for the mount. But hopefully we'll make it in time. Oh, did we make it? Yes, okay. Is it the laser one, or which one is this one? Okay, Ashava. So maybe we'll get some sort of power related to like the poison. Or the big slam. Yeah, I don't know why the skill was bugged before. It made PTR, I expect to see bugs, but not the skill not being able to be pushed. I remember when this boss used to be actually kind of hard. You had to learn the mechanic, you had to stand in between the legs, basically. This was like the spot right here. Right in between the legs, in the back. You hate that there's cooldown amounts? Oh yeah, I don't really like that either. I don't know why they have it, to be honest. It's not like the mount is like super OP. It's like if the person wants to run away from things. It's more just of a nuisance. Like I don't know, an immersion addition to the game.
Well,
Okay. Well met. Alright. A
Well
bunch
done.
of garbage here. Ooh, we got a grand cache. We got some legendary boots. There's probably a lot of upgrades here.
Thank you.
That was
Can you
not
still hold?
bad.
Oh no, I think this was in Diablo
Impressive.
D3 where you could see what the items effects were. Okay, that one has some sockets already ready to go. Oops. So let's just get rid of a bunch of these. Because I don't know which ones are the new ones. Actually, you can tell by the... If it just says pants, that means it's brand new. So otherwise it would say like something of the something. Alright, let's go turn these in. And let's see what new boss power we have unlocked. Because now we just unlocked a new boss power. Yeah, we're on a brand new character. Is the Paladin in the PTR? Is the Paladin in the PTR? There's no new class in Season 8, man. I wish. That would have been a really cool surprise. They're just like, yeah, surprise, guys. The Paladin is now playable. Okay, we got a staff. Good, 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 good. Come on. How much they are chilled. Ooh, this is a brand new thing. So now, now that we got this, I kind of want to build my character all around like cold. Because, well, that's what we're going to get a big multiplier on. It's up to 52x damage. That's pretty massive. As much as I like this one for leveling, I actually really like ice shards. The thing is that you really want that like enchant. I think it's frozen. Okay. I mean, this is okay. It'd be really good for like bossing, so we can do that. And we can also like start leveling up this. Let's see. Makes frozen enemies vulnerable. It generates mana. Okay, well at least it'll give us some sort of like mana regen. But now we could also maybe use Frost Nova. That wouldn't be like a bad thing to go ahead and put a point into. We're still progressing, I would say, relatively quick. All right, we got a new boss power though, guys. So this is Ashava's Poison Breath. Hitting an enemy affected by damage over time spawns a wave of acid that deals a bunch of damage. Applies 10% more poisoning for each 1% of the target's current life affected by damage over time. Wow, okay, so this could be actually pretty big. We're 100% going to be running this. No doubt about that. The vulnerable, the one when it stuns, whatever. I like this one, though, because we can still get, for each 1% damage to crowd control enemies you have. Okay, up to a maximum of 10. But yeah, this one over here, hitting enemies affected by damage over time. So we have to apply some sort of burn or dot. I guess the skill that we would use now is this one. It's kind of cool, though. I like how that we're kind of moving stuff. The burning damage that we deal. Okay, well, I want this because it gives us resource. All right, so now we're like playing this cold and fire build because, well, our build kind of benefits from using both. And then we're almost 15. Do we have another one of these things starting soon? Okay. Well, this one's starting right now. And I think they gave us all the waypoints. Oh, they gave us. Did they give us more waypoints? It almost feels like it, but I really hate how like you have to unlock the strongholds with every single character. This is a very far run, by the way, but we got to do the run, man. But as far as leveling goes, it definitely is slower. I mean, they said that it was going to be much slower, but that's okay. Like, to me, it doesn't bother me. But what does bother me is like Paragon 300 is too hard to hit. I think they should let you hit it a little bit easier. But let's see kind of like what the performance of this looks like. We maybe, well, it's going to be hard to play a hybrid. Now, what we can do, though, is play the cold, the Ice Bolt enchant. I mean, right now, I feel like powerful already. As soon as I got that Ashava thing, yeah, that thing does incredible damage. So, it definitely is going to be okay to level up with, which was the same case with, like, the Vampiric powers. Yeah, for some reason, if I hit R, it doesn't even work. Like, the button just doesn't let the skill work, and I don't know why. That's very strange. That button in particular is broken. So that's just a bug. So if you guys have a skill that's not working, I don't know what that bug is. Like, why specifically the ice? Maybe it's just that skill in general. No, because we moved it and it worked. So it's just whatever is in your, like, was it like fourth skill for some reason? I think everyone's going over here. We should just rush to get to this area. And we probably also have some other stuff to claim. Actually, I don't know if we could have made that with teleport. I used to do speed runs for the game, and like you would never, if you ever had to do these, you always had to use your mobility skill, whether it was leap or whatever. But yeah, the R key just doesn't work. This is just like so spread out. Oh, like over here, by the way, you can also teleport down. Oh, there's another one of this Belial's minions. I just really hate how I can't push that button. Like, it just doesn't work. I wonder if there's something that's causing it. Let's go to, like, options. Controls. Oh, reliquaries. Oh! That's why. Ah, this is a new thing. That's the new battle pass system, guys. So it rebinds whatever you have on R to the new battle pass. That's why. Makes sense now. You cannot buy anything. They don't show off this. I don't know if there's the battle pass. They don't even show off the battle pass. So it's not available. Leveling slows the difficulty. Yeah, I noticed the difficulty was actually quite challenging too, even on like the... Usually I play on hard, but I level up a couple times first just because hard in the very first like 2 minutes, it takes a little bit longer. It's better to do easy for the first 5 levels and then you go ramp it up a little bit. Once you get like a couple aspects, I'll change the difficulty, but as Sorc, you get glass cannon really early on. Now, does this have a cooldown? No, it doesn't really have that much of a cooldown. But right now we kind of have this mixed thing where we have like damage over time, because we need to do it. But there is like I think that on the fire one there might be something. But like the boss drops are really bad. The world boss was actually worth doing because it gave us a legendary. But, oh, we got mana per second. Awesome. That's what we want. But yeah, we could also do Incinerate, I guess, but then we wouldn't get the bonus that we have with our two-hander. So I need to do damage over time, which I guess this would allow me to do damage over time. But I think it's if you hit an enemy with damage over time. Now, let's see if it works by the ticks. So it does work with the ticks. Wow. Look, it just does it automatically. Like, does it have an internal cooldown? Or can there only be so many enemies affected by it at once? I didn't actually fully read it. Let's fully read it because this is important. So hitting an enemy affected by damage from time spawns a wave that deals amount of damage over 4 seconds, applying 10% more poison for each 1%. Okay. Let's practically damage an enemy with your main boss power. Okay. Which is this. See how it like shoots out? But yeah, apparently it works off of the same tick. So that's actually really powerful. It almost is better that we'd probably invest into like Incinerate or something. And then at 15 we can get the enchant for the Ice Bolt. And the Ice Bolt enchant just applies like a chill. So then they will always be, I forgot what it is, like 15 or 16% chill. So then that multiplier will apply to that. I guess we could always just rely on Frost Nova to be the damage dealer. Oh, it won't let me equip the ring. Okay. Alright, so we have another of those things happening. There's also a Legion event. Let's go check out the Legion event. It's just going to be the... Yeah, we can teleport here, but we're probably going to get interrupted. I really hate getting interrupted in this game. Or any action RPG, really. It's just annoying. Okay, so now we'll go over here. And we will check out what the legions are giving out for the rewards. We can also check out to see the Obol buffs, because they were supposed to buff it. They removed Hall of the Ancients leaderboard? I'm not sure what that is. Was that with the Gauntlet? Yeah, we'll see if this is worth doing for leveling in terms of XP. Probably also upgrade our potion and stuff, but...
What is this?
There's all these other little quest items that you can turn in. I actually kind of missed that fire bolt enchant because it would always apply the damage over time. But yeah, once we get to 15, we're gonna get that enchant. It should be free. Like we shouldn't need to do the quest, but we'll see. There used to be a little campfire here. It looks like we're maybe we're by ourselves because everyone was doing the other thing. But like, look how much damage. The difference between doing 5 damage and like the. I mean, maybe we can up the difficulty. Because the other thing is doing, right now, at least via what it's saying, let's say it does 200 damage. 200 versus the 5 damage is it's no competition at all. But if these guys only have 5 HP, then it's really strange. Ever since they swapped to Season 6, the damage numbers are kind of weird to me. I think Season 4 had like the formula pretty good. I don't know why they changed it, to be honest, but I don't think they're going to go back. You're not excited about Season 8? Why is that? The slower leveling? I know I saw a lot of people complaining about that. For me, I'm mostly concerned about, like, I would want to see new content. Because if I've already, like, defeated these bosses right now, I know that there's a new boss. But the thing is do you expect people to play the new boss 10 hours a day? Like, is that, like, the thing? I don't know. I don't see that. I think that the new form of endgame is like, okay, you get the power, you do the new boss one time. You figure out, you learn its mechanics, but we'll see how hard the boss is. Maybe you can just one-shot it. But I think that the ultimate challenge is unfortunately still going to be the pit, which is something I want them to move away from. The pit is cool, but we kind of already experienced the pit. That's how I feel about the pit in Diablo right now. You know what we can mess around with too is, wait, does Blizzard count as damage over time? Because that chills and it does dot, right? Okay, maybe go lock in and lock in with Blizzard. Oh, we need 3 extra points. But I think this is all we need for damage anyways, right? Look. The dot is enough damage. As long as we hit him with the, look, the difference between these boss powers and your actual attacks is crazy. Like, it does so much more damage. But yeah, I was thinking about doing Blizzard. We have to spend a couple points here.
Will be tested.
You know what's really great for actually leveling is Hydra. It's pretty great. It'll be good for this build too. Let's see if can Hydra actually apply the waves. Oh, it does. So it doesn't have to specifically come from you. Okay, cool. So now that we have this Hydra, we can do this Hydra Blizzard combo here. I like this. Then we can drop this thing and just run Blizzard. I think Blizzard and this Hydra is going to be an excellent little like combo here. Cool. I'm going to bump this up, and then what else do we want to put points into for now? I really don't need Frost Nova anymore, but I think we need it for the progression. And I'm pretty sure that this counts as damage over time. So let's see. Yeah, it does. Cool. So it works. Oh, we're probably not going to get the bonus though. But now that we have this little the double Hydra, because usually I like doing Fireball Chain Lightning, but the leveling is so much slower. I'm actually kind of curious to see within the first hour how far can we get, because within the first, I don't know, like 3 hours of last season with the powers, like dude, I was blasting instantly with the Rogue. The Dance of Knives build was excellent. Is this the campaign? Oh, hello, Fire. No, this is... we're doing what's called Legions right now. That's right. So these are like kind of little... It's like open world content. It's supposed to give you a bunch of like crafting material. And, like the herbs. The reason why we're doing this is because we want to... see if this is worth doing for like leveling and also seeing the rewards, because I'll tell you for sure the rewards in terms of like doing the bosses, they're dropping like blue items, which we're only level like 11, so I think 14 is the key number where like if you want to do goblins, which we will definitely try to go do goblins. The reason why is like I just want legendaries. I don't really care what the legendaries, but I believe level 14 is the break point where they will actually start to drop like consistently, because if not, I think it's a 50% chance. At level 14, someone let me know if this is updated, but as far as I'm aware of, this has not changed. At 14, it should be 100% chance for a legendary. I think we can actually complete this. Let's see. Okay, we got all 3. Oh, there's one right there. Dang, I didn't see that. Okay, well, either way, we're at the boss now. We can go see if we... I think potions are, what, 20? Or I can just maybe open up a Hell Tide. This is also considered a core skill now, right? Yeah. And I like how they just decided masteries are also core skills. It's because a lot of the bonuses just didn't work. Okay, so these weren't very like exciting as far as drops go. Pre-level 14 again, that's the number that we're kind of looking at here. All right, so what else can we mess around with? We can put another point into ball lightning. All right, or can we get one of these? No. Okay, we have to put it into this, and the next one we can get an ultimate. Not that I really want any of these ultimates. It's basically just getting this or any of these. Pretty good, honestly, in the earlier stages. All right, now let's go back to town. Let's see if we can get any updates on the crafting. Let's see if there's anything that we can get as far as upgrades. The early thought. So yeah, we're about almost an hour in. We're at 40 minutes. The game's crashed on me twice, so like it's not super stable, but that's okay. Like it's PTR. Whatever skill you have bound to R, make sure you guys change that. That's like another tip because I didn't know about that. And then we can also, like I said, see if there's any... Sometimes, I mean, early on, we don't even have the amount of gold required.
I see that look in
But we
your
do have
eye.
some obols. We lock in with a... Can you not even get an amulet this early on? But what I think is worth getting is these Whispering Keys 100%. Lock it in with a bunch of those. And then, as far as it goes... okay, you can't even forge.
Come back
All
if
right.
you need the forge.
We can't even forge equipment. What do you mean? All right. But sometimes I like to check because there's a lot of undocumented changes that just exist in Diablo, and so if we can kind of check if there's anything that we can go for, like for example, okay, we can get extra vulnerable damage here. That's not too bad. If there's a socket, getting armor, this is one of the best things to get in Diablo as far as survivability goes. This one is vulnerable, so we should put it in a weapon. We also have this, which gives us, if we throw it in armor, we get barrier generation. It's like it's so small, but yeah, why not just throw it in? It's free extra stats. Willpower is probably pretty bad. It's overpowering. Yeah, it's not going to really do too much. We want that in a weapon, but I don't have a socket right now in the weapon. All right, so we do have consumables. We have Elixir Precision. And let's go see if we can, I think the potion vendor is like over here. When there's a quest to do the anti-venom. You're wondering how good Ice Shards is? Yeah, you definitely would want the unique. They've buffed Sorc a lot, like in general, over the past few times. We can also upgrade this, but I'm only here for the elixirs. The best one, I would say, by a long shot, is this. I'm just going to craft 10 of these. So I'll have these for a while. The reason why is just the attack speed, right? Good stuff to get. And we're having another one of these new things happening in 2 minutes. So let's go do those, and we'll get as many of the boss powers as possible. But I'm glad that I just remembered that Blizzard is at damage over time, plus it applies the chill, so it's like it works with the cold. And another thing you guys have to remember, we don't have the battle pass, so we don't get the ashes. And the ashes actually will give us the bonus to XP, right? And there's usually a couple other bonuses that will definitely help out.
Damned Wardstones didn't do much, Druid.
We can also maybe grab this waypoint since we're waiting, because it doesn't start for another 2 minutes. Because if it spawns again. So like, in terms of feedback, one thing that I think that we desperately need is that like, we need all the waypoints. Like, I think it should just unlock all the waypoints. If you've already unlocked them, right? Especially on new characters. I want to say that we should just get them, especially this season, because it's like, it wants us to literally teleport across the map. Looking good. I think the powers are probably going to be fun, but as far as the end game, I just know that the end game is the pit.
Someone or something
which,
found, you find me.
I mean, I don't mind the pit, but I want another new form of end game. I don't care what it's called, just anything new. Alright, but now that we have our little thing summoned, what else can we get over here? We got lucky hit chance. There's like extra movement speed, some mana regen. It's pretty small though. Yeah, we just need to summon our Hydras and we're pretty much going to be good to go. It's going to begin in 1 minute. But he still spawns stuff, which is nice. So let's see what else we can get with Blizzard. There's extra mana, but I'd rather have the thing last longer because I'm lazy. I don't want to cast it again. I like also trying out new skills that I haven't tried in a while. Like there's a lot of skills, like Ball Lightning got a small number change. Let's see if we got boots with movement speed. Just giving us some int. Damage. Ball probably pretty bad, so it doesn't really matter. This used to give mana. I guess they changed it. We don't even run the skill, so let's just remove it if we can. We need it for progression anyways. Okay. But the little wave that comes out of this thing... Oh, this is a new one? When you evade, you apply damage to close enemies.
And I shape it as I
Oh, okay. So your evade cooldown is reduced by 5% and it increases. I'm assuming that makes it better. So you can get even more evade cooldown for each 1% lightning resistance. Okay, so you can get crazy amounts of lightning res. I think this evade is kind of cool. I don't really feel like this one's really useful. That once we take from damage over time. Let's see. I can throw in this one. Oh, is this one like saying that we can upgrade it? Ah, okay. What does upgrading this one do? Oh, it's literally just like the last power. And does it get like a special bonus at like rank 5 or 10? No, it looks like it does more damage. It looks like we're doing a lot of damage over time with this build. New power. So Hatred's Embrace. So this is a new power. Casting a Shadow of Fire skill grants movement speed. Okay, that's definitely really good. I like that one. So more damage to enemies that are farther away. Okay. Cool. When is Season 8 starting? It's right now. Right now, my friend. For Dreadnoughts, thanks so much for the TikTok gift. Really appreciate it. How long have we been going? We're at 49 minutes with 2 crashes, so... Pretty much, yeah. Or like maybe like 48 minutes if we remove the crashes. Maybe upgrade that ring to basic skills. And the blues and the other ones are supposed to drop with more affixes, but they didn't put that in for some reason. But it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Like, it'd be a little bit better, but yeah, the leveling is a lot slower. I can tell you for sure. Now, can you still power level your friends? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see with that too. Actually, some sort of seasonal thing here. What is this? Something we need to pick up?
Your insolence is at an end.
Oh, Spectral Ash. Oh, okay. So is this the thing that we use to upgrade? I don't know if is that the special material? Oh, yeah, it is. So you actually have to manually pick those up. The little pet doesn't pick up the powers. Oh. That's actually kind of a surprise. I think it should.
Miserable wretches!
Like, with this build, what's kind of cool is, like, once these are up and once my Blizzard up, that's it. As far as I'm aware of, you can't stack Blizzards in this game. Maybe with the ice spikes you can. Unless things have changed. Oh, wait, I get that extra movement speed. Wait, what's this one? It doesn't really matter. Life per 5 seconds. I care less about that. But yeah, it looks like it only has one stat on. Does it have movement speed? Ah, okay, this one has movement speed, so we're going to definitely lock this one in. Alright, so now it seems like we got to go to the next location, which is over here. So this season is like all about just moving from point A to point B for sure. But one thing with this boss power is it spawns that poison where our character is, which is actually bad. We would actually prefer it to spawn right where the Hydra is. But overall, I mean, we could just spam it. The monsters will eventually come towards us. Or we could literally throw the Hydra right on top of us. But now, yeah, we got to go over here. And it constantly wants you to move. It almost feels like I'm hunting something. It's like, okay, we got to go over here. Then we got to go all the way over there. But at least they're up pretty much 24/7, which is good. Yes, this is that new character. Not a new class, though. How are we playing early? This is the PTR, so I'll show you the quick little tutorial, my friend. So on your Battle.net client, make sure you select, instead of Diablo, you select Public Test Realm right here. See who else is on. I think everyone's probably playing. Well, dang, Wujijo's not playing? Maybe he just crashed too. He's probably resetting it. Ghost playing. Lexi's playing. Deoxide, he's probably playing Rogue.
Your efforts are for naught, mortals. This realm is mine, and I...
What is this?
Yeah, it's a lot slower for sure. You hop on? Yeah, hop on, man. Hop on. Well, thank you again, Dread, for the tiny dining. Oh, Wujijo ended? Oh, did he not like it?
Will be tested.
Yeah, usually he, like, for the first day, dude, that guy grinds.
Fools. This stops.
You know what this reminds me of? I don't know if any of you guys have played the new Monster Hunter game, but it's like, you know, you fight a monster and then it like runs away and you're like, oh, you gotta go chase him down, right? So that's kind of what I feel like this season is. Since there's no like quest line. Oh wow, we're taking a lot of damage. The game is definitely harder. But we're almost 15, guys. Once we're 15, usually the game gets really fast for this build, but I want to say it might not get that much faster. And the reason why is because, well, the things are a little bit more tanky, but the powers that we have, there is one that increases damage to distance, which we do have equipped right now. What else do we have? We need to start throwing some garbage on the ground. So I can pick up these if these are any better. I almost feel like I'm playing like a Necro. Ooh, got a new power. Cinnaret's Flames. Okay, it's cool that we're getting powers constantly, because like now I get to like see what we get. Using a mobility skill, burns close enemies for some amount of damage. Ooh. Now I wonder if this works with Dance of Knives Rogue, because right, that skill's a mobility skill. I don't know if that counts with channeling, because if it constantly does damage, that's pretty cool. Increase damage to all elements for each element's resistance from bonus. Ah, okay. Okay, so we get another 15. That one's good. Gain extra critical strike chance for each shadow res that we have. It's like 10% crit. These are all kind of nice. They're all like cool enough to the point where I'm like, okay, I kind of want to use this. If we can look at 7 ash, that was all that was in there. Huh, okay. Well, let's go salvage the stuff, and we're almost 15, guys. Like I said, once we're 15, we can try to up the difficulty, but I'll see how smooth the game is going. Because what I want to do is I want to throw on that fire ball. But there used to be a thing where it used to do 10% of the damage in burning form, but I guess they had now removed that, unless they just added it to its base. It does not. Okay, that was kind of fortunate, because I was going to automatically apply the burn with that, so I didn't have to do any other way of dot damage. But I still think that the enchant is still very, very valuable. The next thing that we can do is, I mean, this one's okay. It's like 1x. It's so small. We don't actually kill burning enemies with this build, unfortunately, unless I want to manually push into this, which I don't really want to. We've already maxed that thing out. I think, honestly, what I'll probably do is just get Fireball enchant, because it's just genuinely too good. There's very few things that can compete with that. I really don't need that. Don't need that for sure. I want to slam as many points into that as possible. Alright, we can also get the one where like your core skills could get increased, but we only need one more level, and then we get that. We need to go down the ramp over here. You know what we could also do that wouldn't be a bad idea is to also go look at...
if you need the forge.
And, oh, we can now imprint something. But we don't have any good imprints. But we could do some of the dungeons. There's a lot of these dungeons that will give you a very specific thing. Now, I don't know if they've shifted these around, but I kind of want to get the boss powers more than anything. Did we get any tributes? Okay, we did get some... Ooh, we can throw in some rune words. What do we have? We have the... Oh, that's actually one of the best ones in the entire game. We have tech. These are mobility... okay, well... Might as well just throw these ones in. Okay. What do we get with this one? A Spirit Wolf Companion. Ooh. These are all about evade and our mobility right now. Like, all the best ones, though, I'll be honest, they're all, like, legendary. Like, getting Igni is very, very good. Igni said, those are, like, the top tier ones. Oh, yeah, I know. PoE 2 just got that announcement, right? It's, like, very, very close to Last Epoch's date, right? But it's on the 4th. So Last Epoch and PoE are basically getting big updates. That's really awesome. I'm trying to think of what enchant do you guys think is actually going to be really good. So there's the Blizzard enchant that actually activates Blizzard on you, and then we can just walk around. That'd be kind of fun. I'm also thinking about the other aspects that we can get that would work well with this build. Because I definitely don't want to play Incinerate. But that's the only like fire dot that exists without like the ultimate. Unless I want to play Fire Bolt. Which there's like the Fire Bolt, Fire Wall build where you can shoot through. Oh, here's they call it Mother's Chosen. Hey, we're almost an hour in. We're not even level 15. Maybe they want it to be like that, but let's see if it changes later. I'm obviously gonna do the first hour impressions, whatever, and then we'll kind of cut it up into like the next part of season 8. We'll see if things change. So yeah, it's interesting. You kill them and then they kind of run away. Oh, we got that Black Mailer Sabotage. All right, let's see. Because all it takes is one cool power for me to really have a lot of fun. Casting a core skill where I have a bear knocks down the close enemies. It can't happen on the same enemy. When you fortify, you gain that extra amount of barrier. Okay, so it's like more for survivability. I like this build. It kind of reminds me of like a turret build. Yeah, I remember when they had that build. They changed it though. It would make it so your turrets would activate when you would attack too. But how it used to work is you would just summon the turrets and you would just run around. I actually really liked that version of it. It was that pet build in Diablo 4 for like the Demon Hunter. We have a socket here. This is always good to put in. The armor is super strong. Alright, well we got some extra rewards, and then now it looks like we just go over here. So it constantly wants you to move around, constantly get new powers, and I think it's cool. But there's going to come to a point where like I get the power that I want, and then I'm just going to be leveling it up. Yes, we are playing PTR. He's playing Russian Claw. How was Russian Claw, Chris? Is it good? You don't like the slow leveling, Bob? Yeah, you know, I'll be honest. For me, I see it as like, okay, even if I don't like the slower leveling, right? It's like you do it for like, you know, the first day, and then you're back at the same spot. If there was something newer to look forward to, I think that would help out the game for sure. Let's do one more of these bosses, and then I'll call it for the first like hour play session. And then I'll upload like how I'm feeling after like the first hour, then maybe the next 3 hours. Because like right now, I'm still kind of having fun because it's like, oh, we get these new powers constantly. Like I have something to look forward to. But once we get all the powers, right? How's the game going to be feeling? That's what I'm kind of concerned about as far as longevity, you know? Because so far, I like this power. It feels good. But a lot of these powers we can't even unlock, actually, because you have to do Torment. So anything that says Torment. We can do Avarice. When you gain excess primary resource, you get an ore. After 2 seconds, okay, after 2 seconds, that wording right there automatically makes me not want to play it. The reason why is, I want to hit the thing and I want it to die immediately. 2.5 seconds is more than like a one-shot, right? While channeling a skill, you spawn a beam. Oh, okay, that's another boss. Casting a basic skill applies sparkling damage over 4 seconds. On the basic skill. So we can maybe make a basic skill build. Okay. Now what is this one? Whenever you summon a skill or call a mercenary, one of your summons or mercenaries taunts enemies and gets damage reductions. Okay, so this is like good for minions, I guess, because it's just a more damage multiplier. For each bonus critical strike damage you have from items and Paragon. Okay. Okay. Oh, Lord Zero. So a lot of these are all locked. Like this is all like Lord Zero. Because like I want the ones that damage enemies. You can spawn a pool of blood. After casting 3 skills which apply crowd control or stagger, you shoot out spikes. I wonder if these count as the ice spikes. Because it says sleet spikes, not ice spikes. So that could be the difference over there. What else do we have? When you cast Agility Defensive from Macabre skill to spawn a crystal that taunts enemies, then explodes after 3 seconds. Okay. After damage, a vulnerable. Oh, this is the layer bars, the Harbinger of Hatred. These are the ultimate. Oh, these ones are the ones that we're not going to unlock for a long time. So all of the basic powers, to be honest, like that you can unlock early in the game, the best one is probably going to be Ashava's, because it just applies that damage without having to wait. This one is we actually got the best one in the entire game. That's crazy. Because like after casting ultimate, the Varsha, you're not going to be able to unlock those ones earlier on. But every time you lose 25% of your maximum life, attach a leeching beam to the attacker, which restores 10% of your maximum life and deals damage. Now there is a way to actually drain your own life. There's a necromancer build with this, so I think this one's actually cool. I like more so the idea of like changing these things really than anything. But we finally unlocked our enchant here. But yeah, we were at this one right here. Wait. Okay, we're looking at this one, the Harbinger of Hatreds. Okay, so this is the Harbinger of Hatred. So after damaging a vulnerable enemy, you get a shoot piercing projectile that lasts a certain amount of time, dealing damage, fire damage, and applying vulnerable. Deals 40x increased damage to vulnerable enemies. So you have to damage the vulnerable enemy, and then you get to shoot the projectile. Okay, cool. And then we have the Duriel's Burrow. When you evade, you now burrow underground, and then you get to emerge. That's really cool. And then while burrowed, evade's cooldown is increased, and cooldown on evade is 50% as effective. So they don't want you spamming it. Maybe you can make a build that like spams the Duriel's Burrow. That'd be pretty funny. And then we have Andaro's Flaming Skull. So after standing still for 1 second, you get to summon a skull that rotates around you and breathes fire. Okay, this sounds awesome. I like this. And then the modifier is burning enemies take some more damage over time. And then for 5 seconds after you activate your main boss power, all of your other attacks burn enemies. Oh! So now, this is cool. I like this because now, as long as I activate my main boss power, all the other attacks burn enemies. So now I can apply burn on everything. This is cool. I actually cooked pretty well with this. Then we have the blood waves. Whenever you cast a skill, attacks enemies with a wave of spice the last 2 seconds and deals damage. Enemies take increased damage. All right, there's no way you don't run this on every single build. Every time you cast any skill, you get the spikes, and then they take more multipliers. This is 100% the best thing in the game, in my personal opinion. Because you get up to a 300x multiplier, and it works on every attack. So it's good for leveling. Well, I mean, it unlocks in Torment. And then we also have Belial's. Let's check out his. After you drink a potion, you get to gain 75% damage. 75% is crazy. For 2 seconds, and shoot an eye beam that corrupts enemies for some damage over time. A lot of these are damage over time, which I've noticed. Which means that it cannot scale with crit. So that's like on, you look at every single top tier build Diablo, it is all crit based, right? So maybe damage over time is something that they really want to buff up. I don't know how much they have buffed it, but then your healing potion becomes disabled for 5 seconds, and you may also drink a healing potion while at full life. Okay, so I don't know how good this one is. I'm gonna have to see it because we actually haven't even fought the boss yet. But I'm gonna try to fight the boss for you guys ASAP, and I'll get you guys gameplay of it. But as far as my first hours and impressions of it, the powers are actually really cool. I like that we have something to shoot for. Like there's all of these are really cool, but you don't get to access them until so long. We're talking Torment now. For me, like I'm gonna access it in the first day, but I know for some people that are more casual, they're not gonna be able to access this, and they're just gonna feel like, dude, it takes too long. So I want to say that the only good one that I think exists earlier on, because like early on, most of the builds will kill things. Making someone wait 2.5 seconds, or the other one was like after 3 seconds. Wait, where is it? There's another one. After 3 seconds, this crystal explodes, right? These are just objectively just not super great, unless it's like end game build. And most of these powers, I don't know, but most of the powers fall off at endgame. That's just how the game works, right? Like if you go to the previous season, the Witchcraft powers, no one's like, I'm going to build vampire bats. That's not a build, right? You can't do Pit 100 vampire bats. So they said that these are supposed to scale with Paragon. If these scale with Paragon, maybe we can make builds out of this. And this is going to be like the best build. It's going to be, you know, summoning these little like ice crystals or these little sleet spikes. They specifically didn't mention ice spikes, but if it works with the ice spikes, then maybe there's a cool blizzard build too. So I like the ideas of it. So overall, I think the powers are cool, but we're not able to access them as early as I personally want to get that instant gratification of like, yeah, I'm going to level up with this, because right now all of these, I mean, it's like, okay, you have to dodge. So every time I dodge, I get something, but like your dodge cooldown isn't super early, like up fast enough. But like this one, like this is crazy amount of damage, but it's like when an enemy applies a dot to you. Now there is an item that lets you make it so the damage that you take is applied over time. Now if that works with this, you guys have cooked up some crazy 500 IQ play, but I'm guessing it probably wasn't intended, but there could be. It's a pair of gloves that drops from the Infernal Hordes, if you guys know what I'm talking about. I forgot the name of them, but there's a unique pair of gloves that make it so your damage is like staggered over time. But if this works, then it works on every single enemy, then it's cool. But I feel like this is the only one that I'm really enjoying right now, and I wish that if you're doing a minion build, it spawns at the minion, just for some feedback. But anyways, yeah, that's my first impressions of Season 8. That's the first hour, and we're going to go to the next one, because it looks like these, what they're called incursions, are constantly activating every few moments. But that's the first hour and my impressions, and we'll do like the next, I don't know, after 3 hours. I'll just upload like a bunch of raw stuff, and we'll just kind of commentate as we play. But the powers are cool, but as far as like the incursion like mechanic, it's like, it just kind of feels like I'm just walking and there's a boss, and the boss is somewhat challenging. And I say somewhat because like eventually I'm gonna get to the point where I'm probably just gonna one shot it. But we'll wait and see. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Part 2 of our little play session will be up pretty soon. Is there a way you can create a seasonal character on the PTR to boost them? Yeah, you can boost them, but you can't boost them right now. They said the boost will come out later, which kind of sucks, because like we only have 1 week to test this, and we don't get the boost until a couple days later. But that's the way it works right now, man. Anyways, let me take a quick piss, and then we are going to resume, and we'll continue playing. All right, let's continue. More PTR. All right. I'm gonna start that upload because I think it's gonna take forever because it's probably like a 12 gigabyte file. Let's see, what was it? 12.3. I was pretty close. All right. But yeah, you can copy your character at the main menu, but that's it. All right. Let's continue. First things first, though, we gotta go change our wardrobe. I hate this hat. This hat looks so ugly. Do we have new hats, though? New hats? Well, it's kind of cool. Kind of works for our character. Oh, I forgot we have the Jaina skin. Where's all the Jaina? The Jaina skin. It's so hard to find the rest of the set. I wish you can click on, like, apply set. Okay, there we go. Oh, what? My set just disappeared. Did you guys see that? Is this Jaina's boots? I didn't even touch anything, guys. It just did it automatically. It was like, no. I don't know why it does that. That's crazy. Okay, I'll apply 2 at a time, and then I'm gonna hit confirm. Because it's like, no, you can't put all of them on at once. Confirm. And then you put the boots on. Okay, confirm. Does this even look good, though? Let's try a couple different colors. Oh, wait. Okay. I don't even feel like the set looks that great, to be honest. And then we go with the nun. And let's see, which one's good. We should get to gameplay soon. Let's see. Oh, dang it, it went back. Oh, these ones are actually kind of cool. I like these. Yeah, I'm done with this. I don't know why it's so buggy, though. Is there armored boots? Look at the peg leg. Ah, there we go. What are these called? Awoken? What's the Awoken armor look like? That kind of matches. A fire staff. This is staff of endless rage, so it kind of fits the theme. Oh, we need to change the gloves. Oh, those gloves are actually pretty cool. Can we change the color? I don't think you can change the color of the gloves. Ah, unlucky. Oh, wait. I want to go back to whatever the color was for the default. Okay, I think this is better. But the gloves, I think we can change. Okay, cool. I like it. But yeah, I don't think that there's a way to increase the zoom on it, unfortunately. But let's... What do we do now? Do we just go do the same thing consistently? What is over here, though? Ah, okay, that's for the sorcerer enchant thing, which we don't have access to yet. All right, so next up, let's go ahead and now continue. This is the next play session over here. So we just got our enchant, so we have a couple options here. We can have this blizzard apply just automatically, which is kind of what I want to do. I originally wanted this where, like, if you kill an enemy, they get to explode in a fireball. Like, both of these are great options. We can actually just do this one right now, since I actually really like that one. So we have another point in fireball, so we're just going to slam it into more fireball. And then eventually we will get something over here that will give us way more damage. But we need to go and do more of the incursions so we can unlock all of the powers. I'm pretty sure that over the course of time, we're going to get all the powers, but most of them are unlocked in the torment section. So I feel like getting them right now is like really not the big deal, because the only good one that I felt like existed was the poison breath. So we'll probably just end up upgrading that one, and we'll have to kind of be stuck with damage over time. I'm really lucky that we actually got a Shava out of all the world bosses, because I think it's the best one. But now, once we kill things, it's going to explode into fireball, and then we get this nice little chain reaction. And we'll probably increase the difficulty as well. We'll see what the XP is looking like with the increased difficulty, but I don't think it's going to be increasing by that much.
Your efforts are for naught, mortals. This realm is mine, and I shape it as I wish.
But yeah, they removed, unfortunately, that fireball when it would do damage. 10% of the damage that you deal would be like something related to dot. Because it could have facilitated our dot damage for like any of the elites. But unfortunately it does not work. Looks like it wants us to go over here. Okay, I guess we get to go all around. But I feel like as far as like the powers go, like I mentioned before, it's great, but like doing this doesn't really feel any more special. I think maybe if it was like entering a boss room or something. And I want to see, is it picking up? Okay, maybe the pet was picking up the seasonal thing, but it showed up on the map, and my pet for some reason that time didn't want to pick it up. But I gotta remember, I gotta stay closer to the enemy if I want to apply that the dot. But these enemies actually have quite a bit of HP. Like I'm trying to face tank everything to see like how much damage do these actually do. I mean, we're playing on the easier difficulty, well, the normal or whatever the first difficulty is. Is building Spiritborn worth it for this? I would say that as far as the character classes go, the one thing I like about Spiritborn is you get a lot of vulnerability early on. Whereas the other character classes, it's a little bit more difficult to get that application of vulnerability. Depending on the build that you play. Like Ice Shards can apply it quite fast, or you have to rely on like, what is it, Nova. Right now our Hydras also apply the vulnerability. Okay, so we gotta go over here. But is there like a small chance that we can get like a different ability that could be something from the Torment section? Because I feel like all the good powers, they're too far down the line, and the point of like these new powers is maybe to play and progress with them. So that would be a huge bonus. Oh, this one just spawned in again over here. So are there multiple that can go on it at any time? No, it looks like there's only one on the entire map. But, and then like I said, we'll eventually increase the difficulty to see is the XP that much better, and I'll probably tell you that it's probably not going to be that much better. Like as in, we're not going to be like breezing through content. But yeah, I can pretty much face tank all of it. Sometimes it was actually doing a pretty good amount of damage, but I think any player that like understands Diablo, that's played the game for lots of seasons, it's gonna be still too easy. But I don't think Diablo needs to necessarily get hard in this way. I think what it needs to do is they need to make World Tier 5. World Tier 5 is actually super, super hard. That's fine if they want to do that. But I don't think making the base area of the game a lot harder is necessary at all. Because it's a great entry action RPG, as in people that have never played the game before are able to hop in and, you know, kind of have some fun and not worry too much about it. It's like Diablo's a more relaxed game, whereas PoE is like, oh my gosh, gotta watch out for this on-death explosion. Like, I think it's good to have an area of variety.
Your insolence is at an end.
I gotta remember that I need to like do these little like jumps to like spawn in these little like wolves. But like the thing is that like it felt like my last season character was like so powerful earlier on. This character is like so weak. I'm only kind of strong because I got that world boss power too. Imagine if I didn't get the world boss power.
You will learn not to intrude.
But like they're not even dropping really anything. Okay, so now we're at least level 16. Get that extra resource cost reduction. We're finally getting some tempering recipes. Cool. Oh, did we get something good? After charge volts hits 50 times. Well, I mean, this kind of works right now. But what I want to try to do is actually farm goblins. I'll show you guys. Well, it used to be good. I don't know if they've nerfed it. We're going to check it out. But if we can get an amulet, it'd be good too. I don't really need it for... I could swap it and then just take the aspect. And also throw in that extra vulnerable damage here. Because usually in the very beginning, the imprints are like super cheap, so it won't be that expensive. I guess it could hit a burning enemy. It could, my Hydra could hit him.
Well, let's have a look.
Let's go salvage all these first. Dang, we don't have the gold imprint.
Good business.
Unlucky. We're stuck with the charge bolt. Should we mess around with charge bolt? I don't think there's any, like, there's no synergy, because without the dot, my build doesn't really excel at any good amount of damage. Let's go, and I guess we can do more of these. But the thing is that I'm thinking about it, like, do I really want to level up all the way to 60 by just doing these?
Let's go.
It does give us, however, the Spectral Ash, which is utilized to power up your character, but it's such a small amount, I'm not sure if I consider it enough. What we could also do real quick, and you could do this by going into town and then resetting it, but you can also just do it this way too. So I'm going to increase the difficulty, the highest one that we can go to, and we'll see what it looks like, because right now, like, the difference is 75% more experience. Now, going up to here is probably going to be way too difficult. But, yeah, we probably shouldn't even bother with that. Let's try hard and let's see if it's actually worth it. Let's see if I feel like we're getting way more XP. And if it's too easy, we can bump it up. But I don't know if it's going to feel that way. Because, again, we don't really have any, like, insane powers. This is the best power that we're probably going to get. So I'm just going to be consistently just ranking it up the whole time. And remember, I got lucky that was the one of the bosses that we had gotten. And the only way to upgrade your powers, as far as I'm aware of, is to go into this area. Just like before you get the Restless Rot, they just basically changed the name to the Ashes. So, as far as I'm aware of, you cannot go and do other content to get these sort of things. But, oh yeah, like I said before, I wanted to do goblins. So one of the better areas for goblins, and we'll see like what the... Oh, this looks still pretty easy. Maybe we can bump it up even higher and we can get way more XP. But one thing I really don't like with early game Diablo is just being out of mana. Being out of mana is never fun. Okay. So, okay, this is artillery. I'm mainly looking for goblins though. And this is kind of like the goblin spot. Unless they have really changed up like the goblin drop rates or anything. Wow, that was really good pop. Oh, we got an upgrade on these. Okay, cool. But this is my goblin farming route. This, and we can go check the PvP area too. Maybe turn in a grim favor by doing the PvP thing. Damn, we got unlucky. Maybe they nerfed it, man. They saw my video. And they're like, nah, we can't have this many goblins. But this was the goblin farming area. Now, we can try one more time. I'm not sure if the torment difficulty has to do anything with it, but it's okay. Unfortunately, for the PvP area, we actually have to walk there because we don't have the waypoints. So, definitely want to do the... I'm going to let Blizzard know that we just need the waypoints. I think that's just way better. Having the waypoints is a huge quality of life, like if you've already unlocked it. Oh, what was it? What dropped? Oh, we just lost out on a ring. Increase damage while you have no defensive skills on your action bar. Ooh, that's a pretty nice multiplier. Will I forgo the defensive skills for this? Absolutely, you betcha. So we're gonna remove all of these. I want this extra damage multiplier. I just don't like not having teleport, but the rest of them, whatever, I could care less. I'm not gonna cast Fireball anyways, so. I wish it said that you could equip teleport though, because like teleport being defensive feels bad. Because like I get it, it is defensive to be able to move out of danger. It also gives you damage reduction if you get one of the points into it. I don't know if you can you cross this area? Let's see. There are some areas where like you have to like get the area completed. Oh, maybe. Hold on. Oh, wait. We removed our teleport. Let's see if we can teleport up there. It'd be kind of hard. I don't know if we can. You know what? We're going to have to go around, I think. Unless we can go over here and get a better, like, view. Nah, I don't think we can go. We can't open up this door. No. I think this opens up later.
Masonry stained with residual magics.
So I could technically complete this area and then we would have access to... Wait, am I stuck here? No, I think we're good. Okay. So let's go around. And we're going to do the PvP. Because it's so fast. There's 2 PvP areas. And the reason why I like actually doing these is because this, I want to say, is kind of worth it, especially if I can just get any like random legendary. You can also technically do any of these, like there's the Ice Shard one, which is something I actually do want to play. Like I want to play the Ice Shard build. And we do have one of the aspects already, but I don't have enough gold, sadly, to imprint that thing on. Stuck with the Charge Bolt one until then. But this is so fast, and we're already at 8 out of 10. So the Abomination, there it is. We'll kill it real fast. This era also can have goblins, but they've nerfed it. It used to be one of the best areas in the entire game for goblins, because the density was actually quite good. But now, like, density I would say is a lot better everywhere else. Oh, we need to remove this, I remember. No defensive skills allowed. Okay. Any good drops? Alright, so we do have some seeds. Now we can turn these in, but I do not have any more. Like I'm 13 out of 10, and it lets you overcap by 1. Like if you're like 9 out of 10 and you do a 5, it'll go to 13 or 14. But you can't just do a bunch and just have it stack up. I wish it could, because that would actually make the quality of life much better. But now that we don't have that mobility skill too, things are gonna feel a little bit slow. Ooh, some greater materials. Oh, do these not give you XP anymore either? Oh, interesting. We also have like the what do we have? Oh, I like that. That's actually really good. We'll go back over here and we can do the turn in. We only need to turn in 1 seed, and that will count. We'll see how much gold we have, 52. So now we can actually go imprint on that thing if we wanted to. And then Gar is actually a pretty good one, but I need an activator, which is on some other item right now. So we need 1 seed. There we go. Just turn 1. The rewards aren't really that great for PvP, unfortunately. I feel like they could add a lot more. The tree doesn't give you XP. Yeah, it used to, right? I don't know if they just disabled that or if it requires you to be 60. But where else can we get some extra? I mean, killing a burning enemy could be kind of nice. Maybe extra mana regen. So we just wait here, and then we'll get 3 here, and then we go to the other PvP zone. And then you can do these every once in a while. Once it's up, you can see if it's up by, if you mouse over, it'll say like Purify, and then it'll also be Seething Abomination. If you could keep on turning it in, that'd be actually OP. It'd probably be one of the fastest things, because you literally only need 1 seed, and then it works. It's like super fast. We're already at 6 out of 10. And this one we're going to do the turn in first, then kill the boss. The reason why is because if we killed the boss first, it gives you 5, and the other one gives you 3. It gives you a total of 8. But right now we're 6 out of 10. So if I killed or if I turn in the seeds, then I'll be 9 out of 10, and then I can get the other one, which will just save me some time. But yeah, as far as it goes, these are still, I would say, worth doing. It's just the first time you do it, it takes a minute or two because you have to get to the area, right? But after you have the area, you just go there, and it's 8 points in literally. Well, the thing that makes you wait is like 50 seconds or whatever. That one, there's no getting around. But killing the boss is always worth it. We can actually do the objective first. You can see the boss over there. I keep on wanting to right click, but we don't have it. There's 1 seed. That's all we need. I really don't like that this exists, but I get it. They want the Sorcs to not play with specifically, like every Sorc build pretty much plays Ice Armor, Flame Shield, Teleport. It's in like 99% of Sorc builds. They try to encourage people to not to play it, but I think that you just need to have. It's specifically having like Teleport. The other ones I can play without 100%. It's no problem. I can play without Frost Nova too. Like Frost Nova is in a lot of the builds as well, but. Hello, Big, how you doing? Does the season look promising? The powers are kind of cool, but you don't get any of like the cool powers until Torment. So the fact that they made the leveling longer and then like to get to the power longer, I'll be honest, it kind of feels bad. Because it's like, I know that there's something to look forward to. Now for me, like, I don't really mind the longer leveling that much. I don't think it's better for the game. I think that make more cool stuff to do at endgame to keep people interested in your game, not just make it take longer to get to the same thing. That's my like design philosophy with the way that they have it set up. Because they're making leveling slower because I'm guessing, okay, that people are leaving the game too fast, and I'm like, well, what can we do to make people stay in our game longer? The answer is not, well, just make it take longer to level. I think the answer is to make cool content. That's the way I see it, though. What do you guys think about that? Oh, we don't even need to pick these up because we're not turning these in. I'm going to get the waypoint, though, for this, for sure. This is PTR. Yep, Season 8. Season 8. This way we can get the waypoint, and then every once in a while we can go back and turn this in. Because there could be some cool rewards. Oh, they're talking about like this. I think this is for like the introduction to PvP because it's a new character. You got bored of the PTR? Yeah. I don't blame you, man. But Wicked, thank you so much for the TikTok roses and the GGs, man. I really appreciate the support with the gifts. Thank you, man. To answer your question, True Gamer, right now, as far as what you guys are really seeing, these powers are so small, it's not even really worth mentioning. So we have a new We only got this from the world boss. So if I didn't fight that world boss, my character would not be very strong at all. So if we damage anyone that is damaged by Hydra, because it applies damage over time, we get to deal a bunch of poison damage over 4 seconds. And then it applies 10% more poisoning for each 1% of their current life affected by damage over time. So basically, we are a damage over time build. Let's go for the rings. Well, actually, we have one ring that's actually good. Maybe we go for chaos, because I mean I could use a lot of upgrades here. No, we didn't get anything good anyways. We got an amulet. Cool. The amulet's actually going to be pretty nice, because if I have like a skull to throw in, it'll give us extra armor, which basically gives us a lot more survivability. But we're almost here, and once we get to over here, I'm trying to think. The frost skills cost no mana. That's kind of cool. It's a lucky hit. I don't know, but lucky hit on this is pretty low chance. After freeze expires, you get to explode them. Or we can get... This one's good on every single build, because I'm going to be kind of playing hybrid anyways. But I like the extra mana regen. I don't really have anything to scale with that. I don't have enough crit for that to matter. We're just going to get this. And then we can also put... more points into the fireball, since we're using that as our enchant. And we're gonna keep on going. But yeah, I feel like last season felt so much better and faster, that like playing this season, it's a lot slower, man. It's a lot slower. Where's the salvage? Let me get our rune back. There's only one that we can play here, so we have to play that. I'll also play this. There we go. Cast 2 mobility. Oh, I can't even activate this because I have no mobility skills. And I can't play mobility skills because if I do, then it loses out on 39 times my damage. Alright. So what we, again, could do is we could look at the aspects over here if I wanted to go to like the offensive ones. Sometimes these... does it say salvage on all of these? Or if there is... Okay, you can pin on map. Perfect. So if I really wanted to... get some of these. Let's see what exists here. I don't know if there's any newer ones. I know there's one with like ice shards, but I don't know if this one is... Okay, so ice shards pierce. I like this one. I think this one got buffed, right? So we can mark this one and we can go do this. Let's go do a dungeon to see if they've really changed things up. Again, sometimes there's like undocumented changes or they don't specify them. But I think the smarter thing to do probably is just to slam a bunch of these. That way when you get your cool boss power, you get to get all your spectral ash and just slam it into it, and then you're going to feel a lot more powerful. Or you can level up some of these smaller powers too. But like this one is going to give us the most bang for our buck. But I don't have a way to apply burn unless we're running Hydra right now. It's either that or play Incinerate, which... Oh! Did you guys see that? That's why I love that fireball one, man. It's so cool. It's like you kill one thing, then it just explodes.
I know what lurks in darkness.
The reason why we were playing Blizzard before... Oh, you know, we don't have to play Blizzard now. The reason why we were applying it before is because I needed to apply Chill to get like another bonus. We can actually apply it again. We'd actually get a lot more damage, technically. I almost feel like we can amp up the difficulty too. Moni. Alright. But Blizzard still activates at damage from time. Oh, maybe we shouldn't upgrade the difficulty till we get at least like one sort of damage reduction one. Well, this is actually increased damage. So legendary doesn't matter right now. You know who'd actually be really good to have here too is Rahir, just for the extra armor. Oh, we actually have to, hopefully, we can just do a little loop over here. We have no mobility skills though. It's on purpose though, because I want that bonus damage. Oh, that thing is already dead. So I think we just need to get some more defensive aspects. Get some more defensive aspects, because that thing is basically dead after we activate our power. Our boots have movement speed? Yeah. Let's see. Nope. No move speed. When does Season 8 drop? Oh, this is the PTR right now. It just came out today. We are playing it right now. But as far as like the game feels in Season 8 right now, I mean, I don't really mind it being slower, but I don't think people play Diablo to feel this way. Like, I want to say people play Diablo just to blast and delete this whole screen of enemies. It's like Diablo 3. That's the way Diablo 4, I think, is right now. I don't think you can't really make people go back, to be honest, unless you come out with World Tier 5, and World Tier 5 is really hard. They're about to summon a wolf companion. Woo! I feel like all the runes are so bad earlier on. About to get another wolf. Woo! Because look the wolf. He didn't even get to attack one time. How much damage does the wolf do? It's just because we didn't have any other like things to run. So I'm like, okay, we'll run the wolf. Ooh, got a resplendent chest. Ooh, any upgrades? No. Oh, 12% movement speed. Ooh, that's another 2%. Gotta free the prisoners. Okay. It's our first nightmare dungeon. We can also see the rewards, and I also will go also do the other. We'll do a little bit more Goblin Farm just so if we can get other like legendaries, just so we can get extra damage reduction, and then we can pump up the difficulty, and then the leveling process should be a little bit faster. Because right now we're playing on hard. Hello, Alien. How you doing? What do you mean by Season 8 early? So this is the PTR. So a lot of people don't know what PTR is, so I just put like early testing. Because this is subject to change. So right now, think of it kind of like a beta. That's the best way to put it, I guess. Because every single time, because a lot of people are asking how are we playing early, what's the PTR, how do you download it, so people don't know what. So PTR stands for Public Test Realm, but basically, yeah, it's like an early version of the game. And the best way to put it is like the beta. But not everyone can technically have access to it. And the reason why is because there's just no console version. But if you're on PC, everyone can play. As soon as that like power activates, it's pretty easy. We got a Zan rune, but we don't have ultimate equipped on our bar. I like how you have to free the prisoners. The guy's already dead. Now we're gonna get the ice shards. We're gonna mess around with the ice shards for a little bit. Yeah, ice shards, Hydra, fireball build. That's because they buffed ice shards, so I'm gonna try it out. You know, that's hopefully gonna be the flavor of the month. And I'm assuming that Beast and Ice will be dropping it. That unique. Elites. You're just dead. It's pretty fast, I would say. So now we have the aspect of piercing cold, and we can run that. I do like that technically the blizzard allows me to do damage over time, and it's a cold. So it kind of applies both of the bonuses here. But I want the ice shard one because I feel like it's going to make the game a little bit more fun for me personally. Because I actually really like the ice shard aspect, which just automatically shoots ice shards at anything. It's fun. This is the one that has the most damage, right? Okay, so we're going to go imprint on here, the ice shard one. Aspect of piercing cold, boom. And then we also can throw on over here, there's another one based on like chill. Shivering, yeah. So now we get to play both. And then we're going to unspec out of Blizzard, even though it's still pretty usable. We're going to have to slam the points in here. And then we're going to remove all the points out of... let's see, can we get barrier? So now, oh, we can't play any defensive skills, so that means no Blizzard. Ah. This doesn't count as a defensive skill, though. Could run that. This is kind of a fun skill to mess around with. We need 2 more, and then we get the it makes ice shards also free to cast. This one's okay. There's another one where it's like you just get a barrier. 6 barrier, okay. As long as we don't take damage, we'll just have that barrier. Okay, so now that we've done that, there's probably a few other aspects that we can get. It's like shredding. Oh, okay, so we just have to salvage it. The reason why you run this one is just that extra vulnerable damage. But there's only one for Ice Shard, right? Ice Shard only has 1. Yeah, and you know what actually has a lot of things that we can get? We can go do more of these as well. Is Incinerate. Incinerate actually has like several that you can run. And Incinerate ones are pretty crazy for the multipliers. It's like 100x. But yeah, I think this one will help out. For sure, we need to go equip the skill. And then, yeah, let's go do the apparitions, which are the new forms of content. So, new bosses. Let's go. You've been having the rough time this season? Yeah, you know, it's really not that easy because it's...
The wilderness is my home.
We could also go for survivability. That's a good thing to grab. So we can go actually get some defensive aspects over here. So this is Conjuration. This one's probably one of the best ones. Not Halls of the Dam in Kyrgyzstan. Okay. Where is that? I'm assuming it's over here, right? Oh, Halls of the Dam. Why didn't not let me mark it? So we can go do that one. Halls of the Damned. Oh, does it not do that? Okay. Ah, okay, it's already marked. It is over here. So yeah, Disobedience is one of the best ones in the entire game. If you really want survivability, you get Disobedience. Actually, you know which one I actually like a little bit more is Juggernaut. Because that, yeah, let's go to Juggernaut. We can actually run both. But I don't know. Let me double check and see if you can just get Juggernaut. You can't just get it. So this one is going to be the best one. So after we get this one, we can bump up the difficulty and then we get like way more XP. Ooh, what is this? Hold on. Is this a seasonal bounty board or something? What? I saw that. Oh, is this where it's going to be? Did we just glitch it out? Did you guys see that? I'm not crazy, right? What is that like seasonal thing here? Do you see that, right? Unveiler's Oath. So I think that that's something that we just discovered that maybe it's not in. What are some of the things to expect? A lot slower leveling. A lot slower leveling, man. Because within the first 1 hour, I think of last season, right? I was able to blast pretty hard with Rogue super fast. I don't think I'm going to want to re-swap to Rogue, but I think that Rogue could have been a little bit faster. Because like the Shadow, like Imbue, you just get to go. It's fast. Very, very fast. But now with some additional aspects, this build will hopefully be a little bit better too. Oh, nice. Chris Wilson's version of default. Oh yeah, because it's super slow platypi. Yeah, he's. I can tell you for sure, he's way slower. I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing either. But I think that the slow can happen towards the end game. People kind of have an expectation with Diablo. I mean, this is pretty nice right now. Shoot once and it's just they're all dead. Yeah, I like that. But right now, if I play the ice shards, which I actually really do like, though, it feels satisfying. But the main thing is that the mana is just, it's gonna chew through the mana too fast. I think I almost want to just remove that aspect that makes us do way more damage, but we can't use like teleports. It's like it just makes the game unfun, genuinely.
Over here! Help!
Alright, so now we're going to destroy the Overseer. What do I think is the best rogue build? Oh, in Season 7, oh, it's 100% the Rain of Arrows build right now. But, if you're talking about leveling, I would level up with the Dance of Knives. Like, if you want to play Season 8, that thing is just miles ahead of everything. Because it doesn't cost any resource, and you just keep on going. How's that? Oh, he's talking about the Rada Kipuleka. We got in Season 8, though. Ooh. Oops. Good. He's talking about, like, I think last time we had I think it was a triple or quad GA, Rada Kipuleka, which would be good for another build that I want to mess around with. Yeah, we're not. Oh, we actually do use ultimate here. Get that those wolf companions. Dang, that's what I'm talking about. I don't think the wolf companions are that great. Oh, wait, hold on. We got a staff over here. Might be able to use that. It's 3 more damage. Wait, did we not click on that? My bad. I think that there might have been something we're supposed to click on over here. Is there really no idle here? Okay. Well, I guess we're just gonna walk all the way back now. Some of the dungeons in this game, the Nightmare dungeons, they're so incredibly slow. Especially now since we're not allowed to have mobility. That's not the Overseer, right? Some of the Nightmare dungeons have a very specific quest, like killing specific things. It's the ones that have these teleporters that are the most annoying. I think we got one of them, because I think it was 2. So we did destroy it. Now I have to go to the other side, destroy the other one, then it goes up. Why is the mount so slow? Oh, I think the mount's actually quite fast if you hit, I think it's A or spacebar. The grind to 300 is already meh. Yeah, I think it's too long, man. I've said that several times, that like the season journey to 300 takes way too long. I think they should definitely cut that down. I play this game a lot, but the thing is that unless you're doing like pit 100 pluses again and again, you just slam them down. Everything else gives you no XP, so the game feels pretty bad if you do other forms of content. But yeah, I can definitely tell you that I think that the Blizzard was way better. We can go back to Blizzard. There's nothing really stopping us. But what did we just get? Pyromancy skill immobilized. Well, it doesn't really matter because it's just better. We'll get that extra 6 life. Right now the Hydra's is way better. We can actually just mess around with Incinerate and bump up the difficulty after we get this aspect, because this aspect is going to make us way tankier. Now we won't be able to apply Chill unless we use the ultimate, but the Incinerate is that thing that we're going to invest into. How the once you get the objective done for this one, you have to like walk all the way back, which is very no fun. What is this guy doing over here?
Look out!
Formidable.
Okay. It's a mana per second? Oh, okay. The most important thing that I'm trying to look for on like pieces of gear is mana per second. We're gonna lose our wolf companions now though. Not that they really were doing anything. Alright, going to next zone. He's gonna lock an internal, he's crazy. I mean, you get to test out everything that's nerfed. Oh, you know what? We didn't throw in the enchant. It's like a very, very, very good enchant. Like when enemies are frozen, it automatically shoots at them. Let's go to the boss. How do I feel about leveling? Man, it is slow. But I don't feel like it makes the game more fun. See how fast this builds up the... I think he's not even gonna get frozen. He's just gonna die. Alright, so we got it done. But now that we have disobedience, we can go get the other aspect, which is incinerate. And as much as I don't want to play incinerate, I still think it is worth it because it just does so much more damage than anything else. Oh, we have incinerate size. Perfect. It's just telling us, man, we need to play the incinerate. The incinerate build is the best. Okay, this is for ice shards. We can still keep this item.
My forge is always hot. Don't dally. Hang it over.
So yeah, we're just kind of trying out other things as we're going along. Then what do we want? They can be immobilized. Okay. This way we actually get extra mana regen, and we shouldn't really have too many issues. There we go. We can now play with this ultimate. Alright. Oh, you know what we should actually do? There's one thing that's really good, because I don't think we really need this extra mana right here compared to this. This would be much better. Get 3x for every fire skill that we have equipped, which I guess we have 4 right now. And then the bonus, I guess we can just throw on that one. This or Fireball. Fireball is a pretty good one too, because once you get 1 kill... Yeah, you know what? That one's really good. Oh, I can't unspec out of anything now. It's fine. Yeah, we'll just keep it. And then we can change later. Alright, so let's see what incinerate ones we can get. I think it's actually a really good leveling one, but I just never really enjoyed it. Because it also has this damage by it. Okay, so this is salvage. Okay, so this is the only one that we can get. Alright, so let's go ahead and pin that one. We'll do this one, and then we will go back to doing the Season 7 mechanic. We'll see at the highest difficulty that we can go to, which is Penitent, if we're getting good enough XP. I think that the slower leveling is just gonna make people not enjoy the game as much. Okay, I don't know if we have any way to like chill the enemy. Oh, we can actually. This is easy. I'm trying to think what else we can remove. I mean, this doesn't really matter. Pulling the enemies is actually a pretty good stat. I was just thinking about just getting any other skill. The reason why is because we get more damage. It's another fire skill. Okay, there we go. Firewall technically has a thing where you can get more damage in, but if I run this, it chills all the enemies, and this way enemies are always chilled. Ah, okay, now I have some synergy, because I have that like bonus of up to like 45x based on the amount that they're chilled, but I don't think it's going to give us that much, because it's probably not going to freeze the enemies very consistently. But now that I have all these fire skills, I get all the bonuses. Still no mobility skill though. But yeah, this skill is just too good, man.
Intruder!
We could also do like the ultimate. We have basically the fire build right now. The reason why I always hate Incinerate, I just really hate channeling skills in games. Also, Incinerate has this really annoying thing where if I'm holding it down and then I want to move, it won't let me overwrite the previous. It's a really weird like configuration I have. I activate all of our fire skills for fun. I should just activate these. But there's one in particular that's really good with this, and that is the explosion. Like when you kill an enemy. And then we have to apply this, we have to apply disobedience, and then we'll apply the incinerate bonus, and then we'll go to like penitence, and we'll see how's the XP looking. Remember, we're still missing like that 20x bonus, which I'm sure people will mention, well, we don't have this bonus. I don't think the 20% is going to make that big of a difference compared to like the previous season. The previous season was way fast, man. You played the PTO for a few hours, then you downloaded PoE 2. Yo, you just got into PoE 2? April, is that the date? April 29th for the PTR? Or the season to start? I don't know the exact one because I know they pushed it back. But yeah, I know a lot of people were kind of negative about this season, but I'll be honest, I actually think the powers are cool, but they gate them behind too much. Like the fact that you don't get any of the cool powers until Torment 1, and then they slowed down the leveling too. It's like, do you want us to play with your new stuff or no? That's the way I see it. I just think it's so backwards. I don't even, what the heck is that thing on the ground? Is that the enchant? Oh no, we have the cold enchant. Alright, we got the key. Now we can go forward. But yeah, also like I'm playing with no mobility skills because of this, which is, it's a good thing to have like the huge amount of bonus damage. It's what's the multiplier on this? 39x. It's a big damage upgrade. We're about to get this one where like if we kill someone with Incinerate, they pop. And that's going to significantly increase our speed overall. Yeah, I think that if I was to play, like if I was to do this again, I would 100% have locked in Rogue. But I wanted to try out the Ice Shard unique. But without a doubt, Rogue would have been my go-to. I might actually go lock in Rogue. But I should finish off this character. I really should. So I can have the full experience as the Sorc, and then we do Rogue tomorrow maybe. Or later today, depending on how long it takes to get to 60. Or maybe I'll do like the next, I don't know, hour of this. And I'll see how I'm feeling with this. And then we can also just level up the Rogue. Because I know it's going to be 9-day difference. And I'll also have a bunch of aspects, so kind of nice. next boss. Melted pretty fast. Right, now we get this. The incinerate bonus, so we're gonna do way more damage. Way more damage now. Oh, we're gonna dismount. 175, so we get 100 more XP. Oh, we also should pop a potion too. Now on this one we don't really need attack speed, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's not like crit is good for dot anyways. So now we got this. There's also like increased damage while healthy. Let's grab that. We're gonna get all like the bonuses on damages now. Because Incinerate should be doing really good damage. I do want to put it on this two-hander. Incinerate. Could do 50x damage, and enemies damaged by it, they get to explode. Could be a little bit nicer for quality of life. But now we also can do these bosses. Now I don't think we can do Torment now, but remember, you just have to defeat the boss. We honestly, it'd be in our benefit to just get carried. Like, you can carry a friend, and then they can become real powerful. That's actually a smart thing. That, unfortunately, you can't use the PTR vendor now. He's disabled for now. All right, so these aren't up yet, so we can't do those. We do a cellar. I don't think cellars are very useful at all. Oh, there's no event going on right now. That's actually interesting. I guess we can just go wander around in Helltide. Let's go do that. See how it goes. But yeah, this is right now we're like in hour 2 of our testing, and I already feel it like really slowing down. Like we're at 23 right now. Oh, we forgot to throw on Aspect of Disobedience. Okay, we really need to add that because that's gonna make our build way better. Let's make also. This is the hardest difficulty that we have. We'll see what the XP is looking like now. We also popped the potion. Let me do this because I'm going to forget. You always want to make your hometown something that you enjoy. Most of the people do Saragar. You do Kyoboshad. You can do the area of the Trio Whispers. Any of those are going to be ideal. Oh, I appreciate that, Chris. What level are you right now? I just want to see what the leveling experience is for the rogue, because I want to say it's going to be way faster. Disobedience. Can we throw in this one? Oh, that's why it mobilizes. Do I have enough to like put? Okay, I have enough to put. Is this one like while it's okay? That's fine. I just put disobedience here. Do these have? None of these have mana per second. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna throw in disobedience. What else do we have for aspects? Do we have? Whoops. Becoming injured while crowd control.
My magics await your return.
I'd rather save the gold. I mean, I should be able to do it. We can probably just do one Grim Favor, and that would actually give us the amount that we need. Oh, but we're doing season 8, Chris. Oh, the game crashed again. Awesome. That's our third crash. Third time crashing, man. Unlucky. Yeah, the PTR is definitely having issues, but it's still, in my personal opinion, playable. Alright, let me log back in. Hopefully, we'll also say. Wait, is this non-PTR? Oh, this is non-PTR. What happened? Alright, hold on. We gotta go to the PTR, guys. Alright. Do you know how to set Fave Town on Xbox? Right click would be L2. That'd be the equivalent of it. My sorcerers looks cool though. All right, so we're back in.
Even here.
Oh, but it ruined my potion. My potion got ruined. Okay, there we go. But we have lots of armor. Let's see what the XP is looking like. Oh, that thing just deleted him like in one hit. So I think we have the damage for sure. I mean, Incinerate is just one of the best things, dude, to be honest. But we also have the other power that's really helping out too. In the sense of all of our skills are fire skills also, we get like a 3% multiplier on every single one. Just spin around like a little helicopter. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I'm playing on the hardest difficulty right now. This is Penitent, and the game's definitely a lot more challenging. And then I want to go back to doing Goblin Farm. I'm going to open up one chest here. I just wanted to see kind of like what the XP was looking like. It doesn't seem like it's like crazy OP or anything. And then I think also in the Helltide, the monsters are higher by a certain amount of levels or something like that. Oh, we unfortunately didn't suck the little eagle. Oh, he did get sucked in at the very end over there. But you see, like, it's a lot more challenging for sure, but... Do we also, like, lose extra resistances? As you go into, like, the torments you do. Usually, like, I face roll this thing so hard, I don't even care about it. But I think it's, like, what is it, 70? So this is 150 XP plus the potion. So we're like a 170? That's what I want to say. Oh, we can just go straight down here. That mobilize is actually quite nice. Oh, you can just go straight down here. Cool, cool. Oh, we might actually rip. Oh. Okay, we're good. So far, we could have made this character on hardcore. I don't know why you'd ever go hardcore on PTR, but we could have done it. I don't recommend it though, because you guys have already seen I've crashed several times already. We're already out of potions. Okay. Oh, it's 75. We're pretty close, though.
Wouldn't have made it without you.
I get a good chest piece. Life per 5 seconds. Alright, we need 6 more. 6 more. And then we'll open up this. Then we're going to just kind of do goblin runs. Just to get any sort of like legendaries, because we get any other good things like what's it, Edge Master, any of the other ones from multipliers. Maybe if you just fill up your stuff with legendaries in this game, it's a huge advantage. If we can get Juggernaut, that would also be massive. But these are all like random things that we have no control over. Do I have a 4GA Blue Rose? We are on the season 8. Do you mean in season 8? I mean, either way, I do not have a Blue Rose at the moment. Oh, we're almost done with the Cold Demons one. Oh, we have enough to open up a chest. We'll open up one of these. Yeah, it looks like our damage is really good right now. Okay, cool. And then we get to turn in, maybe get another bonus. I want to open up that chest first, and then, like I said, we'll do some goblin runs. And I'm trying to wonder, what is the best way to level? What do you guys think is the best way to level in this game? I mean, last season, obviously, just going to the rot areas was definitely, like, the play. But with this season, I want to say it might be worth it to just do goblin farming. Up until you get, like, some aspects. Because without aspects, the game definitely slows down. The game is already slowed down. Remember, we get less loot in general. But the goblins, as far as I'm aware of, they're not going to be nerfed. Unless they nerf the goblin spawn rate. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you figured it out. This is the PTR. Ooh, we got an amulet. Come on, let me get something good. After casting 5 basic skills, I guess the 1 mana on kill is like usable. It's usually a stat that I see as like that's super garbage, but like, hey, earlier on, I might not be that bad. Strangely enough. All right, let's go to the turn in, like 28. Oh, there's a goblin right here on this turn in. Perfect. Oh, it's the gem one though. I mean, still usable for sure. Where did he go? Wait, what? Oh, he moved pretty fast. He dropped us a bunch of runes too. The runes might be actually good. Oh, did we just get seared? That's massive. Actually, hold on. I think we got actually something good here. Ah, yes. This is one of the best runes in the earlier stages of the game. Because now we can run the barbarian one. Yes. Oh, yes. This is so good, guys. So now we get this little earthquake that is just gonna one-shot everything. A lot of the starter runes are pretty garbage.
Even if they don't want to be found.
I mean, maybe we can make use out of this one too. And then we run the Pestilent Swarm. This is our next little like upgrade here. What's this one? Oh, well, we have an event. Or at the point where we need to turn in. We're at 7. Okay, we're almost there. Let me just get this one, and then we're gonna go do the we'll do goblin farming after the turn in. I really want to play teleport so bad. But until we can get like another aspect, it's gonna give us another multiplier. Ooh, we might actually rip here. Okay, we got out. Maybe running the one with the potion is really not a bad idea at all. But yeah, even going to this difficulty, I'm not noticing like we're getting so much more XP. And this is the highest difficulty that we can go to. So unless you're getting power leveled in this next upcoming season, it's gonna be slow. What's this? A staff? Okay, it's a staff. Okay, we can keep this one since it's an upgrade. We can't really swap that one out. Alright, we're gonna open up this one. Want to open up the chest. Okay. Now can we open it up? Now we're already at 64. Now it makes me want to just open up another one. But we're not getting really any good results off of doing these, like in terms of like getting legendaries. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, okay, we only need 10 more. Let's just go open up another one. So we'll open up one more. Because by the time we get over there, it'll probably be the point where we can. Yeah, poison damage is really helping out. And then also, I was getting that earthquake every like 5 seconds, basically, with that seer. Really good stuff. Alright, we just mount up. Probably way faster. And then, look at that damage, though. So good. I don't know. They were talking about profane mine cages too. I wonder if those are coming back into the game. Oh, almost ripped right there. Okay. Still like nothing good here. Okay. So now we're gonna go turn in, which will be over here. Forgot. There's no like there's no none of the ravens. This is the PTR, Joseph. Hello, Brenton. How you doing? Everyone else get the questionnaire? A questionnaire? No, I didn't get a questionnaire. What was the questionnaire that popped up on your game? We have 12% movement speed, but these have no movement speed, so no go. Alright, so there's a couple upgrades that we can get that may help out with survivability. This is the heal. Cost less mana, and you get to deal 6x damage. What does this one go to? Oh, wait, what? 75x damage? That is huge.
It is done.
I want boots because movement speed's good. Oh, heck yeah, come on, give me some good for movement speed. Life per 5 seconds. We have a Zan rune too. 1 nightmare dungeon key. Alright, what else do we have? There's one where it does also heal us, but I just want to get as much damage as possible for now. This is another, what, 3x? This is cost less and does more damage. I want to say we are kind of running into the situation where we are running out of mana, but the other one doubles it if we stand still, which with this build, currently we are standing still. Oh, you know what we can also temper on? We can temper on the incinerate size or something like that. Right. This is Inferno to deal double damage. I think there's an incinerate one, right? You can get fire damage. These are all magic, okay. I guess we can get this. Like, usually you want pyromancy attack speed. We ended up getting it. But attack speed shouldn't matter for our build, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, fire damage is totally fine. And then, as far as this one goes, I thought there was incinerate to go twice. There's fire bolt, and okay, so I guess we don't have that one yet. Until then, we can just throw in a lucky hit chance for random damage.
The forge is ready.
But these cost like no materials, right? Let me see. Oh, it's like, yeah, basically none. This isn't a mastery. So it feels like you really need it. If you really want to get some extra damage in, yeah, definitely doing this will help. I guess we have 15% over there. I'd rather just get the fire damage here. Okay, cool. Like all these, they will add up. Can we just get natural? Natural's a little bit lower though. It's a is that 1 in 4 chance, I think, for this one? can also get the ultimate cooldown reduction. Damage to crowd control, that's fine, because we also apply crowd control. Okay, that's fine. I really don't care. As long as it's giving us something, I'll be okay with it. This we can get like armor or defense. That works. Most of these are just gonna get replaced anyways. Sure, I don't really care less. 15 life. Oh, it's utility. Ah, okay. I didn't know that was on utility. So we want, on this one, we want utility, we want incinerate size. Incinerate size. No, incinerate size. There we go. There we go. I want to see how big we can make this thing. Make it as big as possible. Wow. Cool. Incinerate. We're getting it everywhere. It's great. Oh, wow, we get it like first try every time. And then for the rings over here. Resource generation or cost reduction. Okay, I really don't care which one it hits. Except for the primary one to restore, because that one's basically worthless. Of course, that's the one we get. Whoops. Okay, cool. Now our character will be much better.
Ruin all that work.
Now, I wonder what the bonus on the incinerate size is at. We have like, what? Like 30, 60? 60? Something like that? 60% increased size? We'll see how it goes, man. You don't mind the slower pace, but when you walk in the same endgame loop, yeah, I agree, Mad. I agree. I think they need to focus on adding new endgame. But yeah, let's go do the new stuff. Remember, we have increased the difficulty too. So we'll see. Does that drop items that are a little bit better? Wait and see. Will your blood wave still be good? It is probably super nerfed. I don't know what the exact numbers are. I can check my necromancer later. Find out. Oh, we have the new mobility skill. Evade is the new vampire one. I would say that increase in size. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage. Like, the characters feel overall way weaker, and then on top of that, it's a slower leveling process. So it's like a double nerf, it feels like. Because last season, dude, you could just blaze through content. This is with the extra bonus armor, too. Hold on, what we could do, actually, is I could put in another skull, and that will actually give us a lot more survivability. Armor is super important in Diablo. You want 1,000 of it, too, and we're at 300. Now, we're at penitent difficulty, so... in the normal difficulties it won't be as hard. So I want as much XP as possible. Let's see if do we have anything to add sockets. Oh, we can just add it for just this? Okay, that's actually really good. Okay, so now we're gonna craft these 2 skulls. And then we're gonna get rid of the chip skull. And then I feel like probably poison res. Which is at emerald. Well, poison res, yes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Our character's gonna be so much weaker because those gems last season, I don't know if you guys know, but those helped out an incredible amount to give you a bunch of all res and the armor. It really made things a lot smoother. So without those, that's gonna make this game harder in survivability. Oh wow, it's all kind of compounding. So they really need to do a lot more work on this season to make it easier, I think, for the casuals. I mean, the game is already harder on its own, but then also they're making it harder in like the survivability.
Your efforts are for naught, mortals. This realm is mine, and I shape it as I wish.
But look at this, this is reaching all across the screen. Now it looks like we have no more mana problems, which is great. Ooh. It's a little bit dangerous. Oh. Oh, there's a silent chest. Not even one item. Not even one item. They nerfed the loot too hard, man. Dude, the loot nerf, the no resistances and armor that you're getting off of, because remember, well, now we have 500 armor, but I had to put in 2 skulls and I'm running disobedience. Remember that. And I also have like an armor percent. We actually added a lot more survivability into our build. New power. Ooh, okay, do we have something fun? Oh, you know what? Actually, we actually read all the powers, and I determined that most of the powers kind of weak. Sparking damage. Wait, applies 200 over 4 seconds? Okay, maybe this could be good for basic. I mean, I also have the other things doing a lot of dot. Trying to think if I want to run like an arc lash build or something like that. That's still pretty slow for damage. Oops. I always use right click for teleport, but I had to remove it. I like that. That's really cool. Like it just burned him to the bone, and all you got to see was just the bones. But maybe we can lock in some fun builds with like basic attacks. Because Heartseeker is actually a really cool attack. I really like that like basic skill. So now that we have this little other power, right? Oh, does that only work on the main one? I forgot to read the full thing on the Talon. Oh, that's only on the main. Ah, okay. So we don't get our awesome bonus. Okay, let's go swap. So it does some sort of spark damage. I mean, with Heartseeker, I feel like this thing would go crazy, actually. I kind of want to try out a rogue just because of that. Because I'm trying to think about like all the good basic skills. But yeah, applying that damage, and then the other one is gain 5% movement speed for extra cooldown. Okay, so we have. Okay, we get a little bit more movement speed. Are we still? Oh yeah, we're still doing this. I guess this apparition thing. Slay apparitions to disrupt. Okay, are these the apparitions? What's this? Oh, the earthquake. It just doesn't appear because I think we're on this. Oh no, it did come out. Is this where they're at? Oh, this is another apparition. Why is it marking like over here? Oh, okay, because it is right there. Because I was expecting to see it like on the mini map also with the icon indication, so that would be a nicer like feature. But maybe we'll get like halfway there on this one, and then see how I feel about this character. But I feel like we're still doing good damage, even without like okay, what do we have for the aspects. Okay, we have one incinerate aspect. There's a lot of really good incinerate aspects. There's one where it just does like 100x damage. There's another one where it splits into 3 beams, and if you put that on a two-hander, it goes up to like 180x. But I feel like these rewards that you're getting, like, watch. So after we kill all of these, right? All these things. So what I plan to do is maybe get halfway on this character, which would be level 30. But
Your insolence is at an end.
we are on the hardest difficulty too. With the exception of, well, you can't go to T4 right now anyways. Like, you have to get up there. And we still have the potion pop too. Alright. Maybe this will be an upgrade. The only real upgrade that I would consider is mana per second. If we get mana per second, we can probably play something else. But I need to do dot damage here. The other option would be to play Arc Lash and then add the extra shock damage that we have. But I'm trying to think of all the basic skills in the game. And I actually think the Heartseeker is one of like the cooler basic skills to have some fun with in the game. We had to, I think, put 1 point. Okay, we have 2 points now. I had to put 1 point into this because I wanted the enchant. And in order to get the enchant, you need that. But like, we could add this. We get a little bit more damage here and there. Because we get to add, what is it, 3% for each type. And we're maxed out on all the fire. What do we get? Ice Blade's familiar. We already have the other one tempered, so maybe this, we save this for crafting. This is +6, this is +14, okay. So we have an upgrade coming up. What is our current one? It's like whatever. I already have the imprint on it.
What's left, you ask?
Alright, so yeah, trying to think. Do I go do Hell Tides? I was talking about this before, but we'll do more Goblin runs. How's the Sorc looking? Oh, yeah, you know, I'll be honest. The Sorc is still probably not like super insane for leveling. Now, I did originally really like Arc Lash and Fireball. I mean, you can still play that. There's nothing stopping you. And I think that that might be actually faster. We can try it out as well. I think that that Fireball thing is really fun to play around with. Because right now I'm just basically using Incinerate, which we could try it out. Let's try it out instead of this. Alright, we could technically level it up more, but it's fine. We can put it. We need to put it on the bar for the bonus. All right, so let's try it out. Oh, we need this too. I actually really like it. It makes the game feel like way cooler. Oh, this is way better. We should have had this on a long time ago, man. Reason why is like you can gather up a big group and then just boom, boom, boom. Everything starts to pop. It feels super satisfying. Yeah, we should have locked this one in way earlier. Usually that's what I play to level up. I play Arc Lash, Fireball. But like right now, honestly, Incinerate, it doesn't really cost any mana. Let's see, can we just spam Fireball? Oh no, we need to do damage over time. If we don't, then we lose out on our big power. Alright, but if I wanted to be efficient with this goblin farming route, we would just mount up and we just kind of sit along the coast. Oh, did they nerf that? Where you can't see the goblins anymore? Oh, did they nerf that? I don't know, maybe there's no goblins here. Oh. Huh. The reason why you do it this way and you keep on like hitting tab is because it will show where the goblins are at. Because you can only see so far on your map, but if you do this, you can see further away. Let's see if the PvP thing is still not up. Oh, there's a goblin right here. Found one. The reason why we're doing this is just to get aspects. Because the aspects that you get off the... oh, a blood orb. The aspects that you get off doing the dungeons are always like the garbage world. Okay, we got a helm. Let's see if it's any good. Taking direct damage has a chance to reset. Not the best. And then we can reset the world also. But yeah, this area used to be the best. I don't know if they have nerfed it for the goblins. What got nerfed, Riddler? It seems like you can still see the goblins on the map, like on the mini map. But I've heard Helltide is really good too for goblins, so we can do that. The reason why is if we just get like 2 or 3 more aspects, the damage will be way higher for sure. We'll go to the Helltide areas and we'll just go walk around. We'll see what the results are looking like. Oh, we also need to pop another potion because we want to get as much XP as possible, and I want to get to at least level 30. So then that way we're like at the halfway mark, and then I'll talk about my experiences halfway through. In fact, let's just talk about it right now because I felt like I could tell you it's not really going to change too much. In fact, as far as potions go, we should probably pop this one because it gives us extra survivability. Because attack speed doesn't work on damage over time, or most of the channeled skills. Whirlwind is different. Oh, we have Incinerate to deal double damage. That one's good. We should probably craft that on our weapon. But, oh, okay. So, for starters, we've crashed so many dang times. That's really annoying, but I get it. It's PTR. But I don't know why the game is still crashing. I don't know if it's the newer powers or if it's just like the server stability, but that's never fun to run into. But we'll go ahead and load back in. But Dryskin, thank you so much for the goats on a TikTok, man. But as far as Season 7 Sorc, yeah, I know the ball lightning build was a big flop. I made a build guide on both of the variants, and honestly, both of them do suck when you compare it to the best build. Now, it's playable in open world T4, which is essentially where I want to say most of the testing in this game is done anyways. So it does work in that aspect, but people want to level up their glyphs. Are you going to be able to level up your glyphs to 100 with that build? I don't know. It's rough. You might as well play other builds. In fact, I'd probably recommend, if you want a caster playstyle, the Bloodwave Necromancer is the way to play. Alright. But yeah, let's see if we can find more goblins. Oh, we only have 3 minutes actually in this area, so let's go grab the artillery.
Want someone or something found, you find me.
Yeah, this is on the hardest difficulty. That was actually really smooth and easy. Or going with the helicopter build again. So far, PTR sucks. Well, I think that the leveling, it makes it painful. You guys know in 2 days, 1 or 2, yeah, I think they said a couple days later, they're going to allow the boost. Now, even if we have the boost, we'll see how it feels, man. But no, I totally get you, man. I feel like it's a little bit of a slog right now. I think it kind of sucks with PTR is like, I'm going to have to re-level up this all over again. That is something I'm really not looking forward to. But at least this way now, though, are you kidding me, dude? It's crashing again? What's going on, man? What? It just like, it like super lagged and then I just crashed. Oh, it almost felt like the game was crashing, but it's our first death, unfortunately. Oh, now I don't even get like my reward at the end. Dude, that's... I don't know what happened to the game over there, but... it really sucks because now we lose out on our cinders and I can't do my upgrade. Or by getting the... Let's see. Now, as far as the Bloodwave Necromancer, we can test that out also later. But I want to get to level 30 at least for this character, and then I'll tell you my halfway experience that I did not really have as much fun leveling as last season. Because last season it felt like I got all these powers really cool. This season, all the cool powers are locked behind, and yeah, I'll probably end up. We'll get to level 30, and then I'll make like another video, and I'll go over how it feels. Because if I didn't have this world boss power, we'd be even further behind. I don't know if we're going to be able to now get the opening of the chest. We need 75. We need 25 in 1 minute. Let's see if we can get there. What level are you, Leaf? Are you playing PTR? Are you saying that we should wait for the boost, like, to exist? But still, though, that means that a lot of people that play the next season are going to get super burnt out really, really, really early. Especially with a lot less loot. But I want to say that it could be just the class that we're playing, but, like, you know, Sorc is a pretty popular class too. But we are 1 level away, man. 1 level away from hitting halfway there. And I want to at least hit the halfway mark. But yeah, I wouldn't say, like, I mean, it's good. Getting from 29 to 30 isn't going to make a huge difference. But in terms of how the game feels overall, I think it depends on your build too. Because there's certain builds that are just much better than others. Like, the Dance of Knives Rogue build will probably feel way better. And I'm going to actually redo that one. I'm going to go lock in and play that one. I'm going to see how it feels, because the main thing that I don't like with the current state of what my build is, which is Incinerate. I've already mentioned that I really hate channeled skills in video games. But Incinerate is just, like, objectively one of, like, the top tier ones. And in order for me to use the boss power, in order for me to actually play at the difficulty that we're playing at, I need to, like, take advantage of every amount of damage that I can. Alright, so that's another crash. Load back up. So while it's loading up, I'm going to grab a quick water. I'll be right back. All right. I got some snacks. All right. All right, so now we're back in. I think we were supposed to walk towards a Helltide, but unfortunately, since we crashed, looks like other people are crashing too because I just saw them re-log in. I'm gonna go travel up to the top. We need, I think they're called homing pads in Diablo 3. What that lets you do is you don't have to wait, or you don't get interrupted while you are using your portal. They're shoulder pieces. But let's go ahead and now go to the. I guess we can go around the side too. Look for more goblins and just kind of play. Because as far as leveling goes, I don't see myself enjoying the leveling experience. Okay, we have a world boss in 1 hour. I definitely want to do the world boss, obviously in an hour. But these little like apparition things, they're not very engaging. The apparitions are engaging to sit there and do for majority of the time. It's almost like, you know, last season we had like the animal escort mission. We had these other things where you click on the little frog and then it bounces. Like all of those things to me, they're the. Even though like, I didn't really care about most of them, it's just like it adds a little bit more variety. And if there's only one mechanic in the new season, it's gonna get boring fast. So I think that they need a lot of work. I'm gonna go check out how Reddit and stuff and other like Diablo forums feel about it. But I would say that this season, you know, to keep it real, it's not looking too hot at all for leveling. This is going to be actually probably a pretty big turning point in Diablo in terms of like the players sticking around too. Whispers now give XP on turn-in. Oh, thanks for letting me know, Leaf. So you can't save. Oh, that's even worse though. You can't even boost your other characters. Wow. Good to know though, man. Good to know. Is the PvP one? Nope. It's still still gotta reset it. I don't know why they nerfed the boosting. Oh, we have to, pop the potion. I gotta remember, when you die in Diablo, it used to remove your incenses. I don't remember if it removed the potion. But I remember, like, that was a thing. I think they have changed that. But, like, when you disconnect or you swap characters, you gotta do that again. But it just feels like I'm weaker than I was before, and I'm like, it's slower to level. Like there's like it's a bunch of compounding things, and it's not really making the game harder. Like within I don't know, an hour-ish, right? Like after an hour we were on this difficulty, right? I don't remember the exact time, but like a little over an hour we were able to play on Penitent. So it didn't actually become that much harder for someone that knows Diablo. It's just that if I'm getting less aspects, then I have to go farm the... Oh, wow, this is actually a good thing to mention. Then I have to go to the Nightmare Dungeon to farm to get the lowest rolled aspect. Yeah, I would say there's a lot of things with this season that I just think are backwards. Because before, like, everyone that's playing on the new season probably has played Diablo before, right? Especially if they're going to start out over there. So then you're making them go back and do, like, Nightmare Dungeons. And I think it makes more sense to just enjoy the new content. But the problem is the new content is kind of lacking, right? Because all the new content is Belial comes out, he says hi, he runs away, and then like you kill some stuff. Now I'm trying to look at the other things that Diablo has had, like the little seeker, the little frog thing you click on, you move, or like the people that are like entangled, they're in roots, and you just kill enemies around it. There's the animal escort mission, which I honestly didn't really like that one because it screws over builds like Whirlwind. So I don't know if that one would be like a good change. But it's just like when you're opening up these like chests to get rewards, I don't know what the exact ratio is, but like I remember before, like you would get a bunch of different things. Like you would, it seemed like, you know, obviously the loot is nerfed, so you're getting a lot less things, but in return, is my experience of the game more fun, or is it just more painful? And I want to say, probably just feels more painful, because it's like, it just takes longer to get to where I want to get anyways, which is the end game. So I think it'd be actually cool if they made it so one of the seasons you go back and do the campaign. I think that's a cool idea. I think that would have been a much better idea than what it is in the current state, which is basically do exactly what you did last season, but it's like way nerfed. We have one more skill point now. Okay. Next skill point, we get the last one for our fireball. And then we'll also be level 30, and that marks the next bonus because we get our next enchant slot. Which, for our next enchant slot, we can get the extra cold application. But I really like the one where before this thing was the best thing. Dealing burning damage. I wonder if that's on every single tick. Because if we can get that fire bolt to shoot out, because then every time we use a basic skill, it might just be that we have to cast the basic skill. It might not work on if the basic skill gets casted for free off of another thing. There's isn't it called like Vox Omnium? There's like actually a lot of cool uniques in Diablo 4, but they're just like are garbage because the scaling just didn't like match up. There are like actually a lot of really cool things. Yeah, Vox Omnium would have been a really awesome thing. Collected 500 cinders. But we're almost 30 over here. Super close. Alright, so we are level 30. We got our next enchant. This is going to give us another multiplier because this gives us up to 26x more damage. Now, this is just objectively just free damage, right? It's great. There's also Creeping Death. We can actually look at that. So I think what this is going to do is instead of people just like kind of playing and just getting these random things to drop. Okay, so let's do kind of a recap of like how I feel about the game right now. So what this is going to do to people is they decide what they want to build before even doing anything. Before playing the game, they have to decide what they want to go into. I recommend Incinerate because it's just incredibly strong for damage, right? So we get that, like we would get all the Incinerate ones, or we would get like, let's say if I wanted to play Whirlwind, let's see, I'd have to check, is Whirlwind, oh, does it only show my classes? Oh, okay, well, I think we can click this one, right? So like if your class doesn't have one of the areas, like this one over here, Whirlwind's crit strike chance gets increased, so you could do the dungeon and get the lowest roll, because it always gives you the garbage roll, instead of just playing in the open world. So like the way I see it designed is that instead of just like playing the game and you get these things to drop, to encourage people to try out new things, it's going to be like, okay, you have to follow a guide. Like I know, for example, Twisting Blades, did they move this? Okay, well Twisting Blades is it right here. Okay, they may have moved it. Well, anyways, it was called like the Blade Dancers aspect, and it used to be like, is there, did they really move it? Okay, so some of these they may have moved, but basically, you would normally play in the new, like let's say this is the green Helltide, right? Let me actually just want to swap to a different track, as much as I love the Sonic R. Okay, so instead of just playing in the new area, let's say this was the new area, because now the new area moves every few seconds, right? Or every few minutes, you got to move to the next incursion, right? And it moves every 3 minutes, which is, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it encourages people to move around, but for what reason? Other than, I guess, doing it. But I like the way it was set up before is you would go to an area, you would do a bunch of the stuff. I think it's too frequent to move around. So, like, I don't know how they would really fix that. Maybe there could be, like, 3 or 4 in one, and then it moves to another zone, and there's, like, 3 or 4. Because it just feels like, oh, I gotta teleport over here. It's just, like, a lot more loading screens. But instead of going into, like, the new Helltide area, let's say this is the new green Helltide of Season 8, instead of just going here and kind of just playing and getting these things to drop, and then deciding what build you want to play off of that, that whatever drops, and you're just, like, constantly swapping things, right? You're having to make the build because you cannot get enough legendaries to just get the aspects. So instead, you're going to have to search for, I don't know, whatever aspect for whatever character build that you want to play, which some people may like, but I want to say that Diablo's gotten to the point where it's so fast that people don't really want to go back and do nightmare dungeons, or just the regular dungeons, just to go ahead and experience and get the aspect. I don't really necessarily think this is too bad though as a system, but it's just like because you get the lowest rolled one every time. Now they give you the highest rolled one. I would say that it would be a little bit better if it didn't roll always the lowest one, because objectively it's just better just to go farm for the good one, but there's no guarantee on it. At least it guarantees you something. Or maybe if you can repeat it, you can upgrade it maybe by like a certain amount, but maybe you still have to get the greater affix one to get the best one. I actually think that the whole idea of you don't get the perfect rolled aspect unless you get a greater affix, I don't like that whole system. A lot of people don't either. But like it just feels like it's too long. Because before I might have been already level like 40, 50 right now, I would say. I think it took me like roughly 3 hours on the very first character last season. It was Rogue though, it was different. But there's going to be certain classes that are definitely going to be faster than others. Like Dance of Knives Rogue is probably one of the fastest builds in the game. But as far as it goes, if we get one of the boards, remember, we're missing out on the bounty board. Like if there's like a, you know how there's usually like a bounty board, you get like a spark at the very end. If there's some sort of seasonal quest line for it and you can get extra rewards, that can feel a little bit better, because opening up those, getting a bunch of legendaries, that's going to feel way better because now you've nerfed all of the drops, because I can definitely tell you that I feel the nerfs in drops. However, to be fair, we're almost 2 hours and 45 minutes in so far. Well, I've been sitting here ranting here, but I almost have all legendaries anyways. Now, do I have the aspects that I want? No. So it's just like I have a bunch of stuff that I don't really want. Now, does the change of the blue items matter? No. Does the change of the yellow items matter? No. It did not change anything. So I don't know what the point of these items is still in the game, because within like a few moments, they're all obsolete. Whereas you play PoE, the yellow items are always valuable, right? And I get it, the magic items could be kind of obsolete, but like the fact that the yellow items just really don't see any good purpose, because what they said was supposed to happen is we're supposed to get more rolls on the things. Like these should have 3 rolls, but they only have 2. That was something that didn't really work out. Anyways, I'll probably make a dedicated video going on review. But overall, my bottom line is after like almost 3 hours of gameplay here, I want to say that they definitely need a little bit more work here. And there's just too much, I think, to change. And I don't know if they'll get it. But I would say for sure, making these adjustments was a bad idea. So basically, less loot was a bad idea. As far as like the difficulty goes, it didn't really feel harder. I just don't like the XP gain. I think that that was kind of unnecessary. This mechanic of just finding the bosses, I think the boss powers are cool. If I didn't get this one, I would have felt pretty bad though. So all of these powers that you can get in the very beginning, they're pretty bad. Let's be honest. They're like, none of these are like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. These are probably the cool ones, but like you have to do torment, so you can't even unlock them to play with them, to level up with them until you get to torment. So it's like you made the thing way harder, and the thing that's supposed to like kind of bridge the gap between making it harder and like making it enjoyable and kind of new, well, you only give us these powers. So that's how I feel about it. But anyways, that's my experience. We're halfway there. That's my current state of the game, and I might level up on Rogue from 30 to 60. I don't even know if I'm gonna level up. I might just wait for the PTR. But that's how I feel about the game's current state as far as leveling after like almost 3 hours here. Right now we're 2 hours and 45, but this part is 1 hour and 45. But the first part we did in a different bit. But anyways, let me know your guys' thoughts on it so far, if you guys are enjoying it, or if you guys think that they need to rework it. I think they need to just go back. I think all of these powers, just let us have all these powers. If you want to have one Omega power at the very end, cool, but like you need to give us these powers so it just feels refreshing. Otherwise, I think a lot of players will just not be interested in the content, to be honest. Now, what I want to do, I'm trying to think of what I want to do. They'll fix it before full release. Feedback is what PTR is for. Yeah, I totally get it, but I don't know. Like they can't just change the whole mechanic, right? Of the incursions. The incursions are not fun, in my personal opinion. The leveling feels really, really rough as well. I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to work on a dedicated video, and then I'll come back later, like in a couple hours, and we'll stream more of the game. But I'm probably going to play Rogue, because I'm not really enjoying this this build too much on the Sorc. Dance and I's Rogue, I'm going to be blasting. But anyways, thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. We'll be back later with some more Diablos. But if you're new here, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch are all the same. You guys can follow me over there if you guys want to, and I'm going to be working on the